Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Hello world and welcome to the Stihl Timbersports World Championship 2025 coming to you live from Milano, Italy. I'm your host Flotti and that is your commentator Troy Mannering and our expert Matt Slingerland.
I'm back.
Slingerland
There
is
we go,
back.
there we
Yep, we got that. We were here yesterday, had a great time and looking very much forward to what's going to be happening tonight, which is
the Individual World Championship, and it is going to be hot, 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 hot. Talking to a lot of people today. We've chatted about it a little bit. You could take all of the names, throw them up in the air, and any one of these guys could potentially win this thing. That's how tight it is. We always say that. It's tight, it's tight, it's tight, but it really, really is tight. The guys have gotten so much better in the last couple of years. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's certainly one of the closest races, at least I've seen. Just watching each individual championship and then seeing them backstage here is, I know it's going to be a close race. It's pretty unbelievable. I'm pretty excited to watch it.
But still, I mean, you guys must have a favorite for tonight.
Oh.
You want to tell us, or is that something you want to keep a secret?
I'm going to keep that one a secret because I got nothing but guff yesterday after I was talking about my favorites during the team competition, which was absolutely disastrously
So I'm going to ask you later, Matt, because we are ready to go on stage live. Here we go. Zoran, our field reporter, is taking over.
Milano! Oh yeah! The crowd is hyped here at the Allianz Cloud Arena in Milano. I'm Zoran, I will be the arena host of the Stihl Timbersports World Championship 2025. Today, day 2, the individual competitions. So, we have 12 athletes competing in 6 disciplines to crown the world champion in front of this wonderful crowd in Milano. And listen to the crowd. Again, Milano! There's a hype in the arena, but now it's time to introduce some very important people. Adesso è arrivato il momento di introdurvi un paio di personaggi. Inizieremo con i direttori sport globali. Vorrei un grandissimo applauso. I will have here on stage the Global Sport Director from Great Britain. Please put your hands together for Spike Milton. And welcome the Global Sport Director from the United States of America, Nathan Waterfield. E adesso è il momento di presentare i giudici. Welcome the judges from Great Britain, Andy Hall. And from the United States of America, Dr. Rich Hallett. And now if you got a look on the screen, on the gondola, on the video, you will see and we will introduce you the video judges. So please put your hands together for Alberto Corbetta from Italy. And Jules Janssen from the Netherlands. But now, ladies and gentlemen, for the Stihl Timbersports Individual World Championship 2025 in Milano, please welcome the athletes. From Australia, Brayden Miller. The underhand chop world record holder. From Belgium, Ken Martens. From Canada, Marcel Dupuis. Again for Marcel Dupuis. From Czechia, Matthias Klima. And again for Matthias Klima. Représentant la France, Pierre Poulbaré. Pierre Poulbaré. Aus Deutschland, Danny Martin. From the Netherlands, Rutger Knol. And welcome in Italy, Rutger Knol, world record holder in Stockso. From New Zealand, Jack Jordan. Again for Jack Jordan. From Poland, Simon Grunwald. Simon Grunwald, Polska. Representing Sweden, Emil Hansson. Emil Hansson again, Sverige. Two athletes left for the next one. Just raise your hand and look at the video.
I didn't travel 6,000 miles across 2 continents and an ocean to not win. I've got a team looking at me and expecting everything I've got.
Let's see if he's got the discipline.
It's do or die. I mean, I'm fired up, I'm amped up.
Nate Hodges, that guy's a power packet all on his own.
I feel good, better than I ever have.
The amount of hours that Nate has put into training.
I was having a hard time adjusting, but my mind's not agreeing with that. It's go time, Nate. Here we are. I'm counting on myself.
The man to beat, with a world record of 4:28 in Hotso, the world champion in charge, representing the United States of America, Nate Hodges. Nate Hodges. Only one adult left to discover who is in. Just watch the video, watch the gondola again.
This is Michel Perrine.
An Italian rookie cup winner.
He's not really satisfied. And it looks like we might have a DQ.
There are competition. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe not good. It's 3 years that I try to win it.
And he's become more and more accurate. And his strength has increased. Perrine looked like he struggled. Look at the power he's putting in there.
2025, the dream come true.
Il padrone di casa, il campione nazionale italiano, a casa sua, a Milano in questa arena. Io dico il nome, voi dite il cognome. Michel Perrine. E adesso vi prego di alzarvi in piedi per l'inno italiano. And now please stand up for the Italian national anthem performed by Simone Bernini.
Hello,
Look at
we're
that.
back.
That was
Hey,
fast.
That was quick.
Really,
yeah?
really enjoyed that. So, and of course, we're ready to go. So the format is very special for the individual world championship. And you are the expert, Troy. On this. Yeah. Come on.
Matt, wait a minute. What am I doing here? Yeah, our format is quite interesting because we have 3 rounds and we gradually whittle the groups down to the final 6 guys. Let's just take a look. The easiest way to explain it to you is to take a look at our format clip here, and then you know what's going on.
The Stihl Timbersports individual competition. In the first round, all athletes compete in 3 disciplines: the underhand chop, the stock saw, and the standing block chop. The times achieved will be converted into points upon completion of each discipline. In round 1, a difference of 1 point applies in each discipline, thus the fastest athlete receives 12 points and the slowest only 1 point. Any rule infraction will result in a disqualification and the athlete will receive 0 points for that discipline. At the end of the first round, the athletes with the lowest scores are eliminated. Only 8 athletes make it to the second round. In this second round, the remaining athletes compete in the single buck and the springboard for increased scores. With 2 points difference between placings, the fastest athlete now receives 16 points and the slowest receives 2. The 2 athletes with the lowest total points are eliminated at the end of round 2. Only the top 6 reach the third round. In the third round, anything is still possible in the hot saw, as an increased score interval of 3 points applies in this final round. The fastest athlete can score up to 18 points at the hot saw, the slowest only 3 points. The athlete who manages to achieve the highest total score across all 3 rounds is the new champion.
Well, this is how it works, Matt. First discipline, underhand chop. Anything you want to tell us about that discipline?
Yeah, the underhand chop is standing on a log, chopping a block through your feet. So pretty simple it sounds, but when you bring accuracy, power, and everything into the mix, it gets complicated for these guys. So underhand chop is a good way to start this competition out. It's one of the most simple events for people to start, and we have some strong athletes here, let me tell you.
Absolutely. And of course, you need a very special tool, and we'll show you everything you need to know about tool and discipline right now.
The axes used in Timbersports definitely can't be bought at your local hardware store. Made from special steel, the blade is hand-sanded with an angle of 13 to 16 degrees. It's custom-built and carefully adjusted for each competition. The weight is around 3 kilos and it's about 80 centimeters long. The blade is so sharp that you could shave with it. Underhand chop. In the past, the underhand chop technique was used to split logs. Standing on a horizontally anchored block, the athletes cut through a 32-centimeter log. The block has to be worked from both sides.
And there is our start list for the first heat. We see Danny Martin and Koen Martins compete. Then we have Pierre Puberet taking on Emil Hansen, followed by Mitch Perrin and Nate Hodges. Heat 4 consists of Marcel Depuis and Red McNoll. In Heat 5, we're going to see Matthias Klima taking on Simon Grönwald. And finally in Heat 6, it's going to be Jack Jordan against Braden Meyer. Wow, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's a mouthful right there. And as we see, our stage is set and ready to go. Rich Hallett on the left-hand side, legendary judge on stage, along with Andy Hall on the right-hand side. Those 2 guys will be taking care of these 2 gentlemen here as they come up on stage. Now, we should remind the folks out there, this isn't like yesterday when Australia made mincemeat of everybody else, dominating through all the elimination rounds. It's not elimination here until we get through the first round, which is the first 3 disciplines. So these guys, while being on stage with each other, are competing against each other, but they're doing their best to try and get the fastest time possible.
To collect points.
And
Points.
It's about the points here.
Yeah, and you will see the people that do the best are the ones that stay within themselves, realize what they have to do, and maybe not over race. So we'll see what happens.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, a good start by both of these guys, and you can see right away Danny Martin trying to get a quick pace going on that first side. He wants to get over, but he's a little bit slower as Koen Martens moves over to that second side faster than Danny Martin, but it took him a second to regain his balance and start hitting on that block. Now, Danny Martin's got a lot of power, and you can see it really worked out for him here. 20.22 and a 21.82 for Koen Martens. Not bad. Both of these guys have cut faster. Previous personal best for Danny Martin is a 19.25, and Koen Martin actually normally a lot faster with a 17.62 on the underhand. So not looking a lot faster on the wood here tonight.
Yeah, when I was looking earlier, the wood seemed to be pretty well. So I think we had a little bit of nerves there maybe. First discipline, first guys up. That's got to be tough. But they had a close race and moving on.
And Koen is always enjoying himself. As you said, Troy, that was not his best time. Doesn't matter. It's the World Championship. The crowd is going wild. And of course, we have the slow motions. Matt, anything special that you saw on this one?
Yeah, Koen there is one of my favorite guys to watch, right? He brings the energy to the stage. They both had good pace here. I noticed in the back where Koen struggled a little bit and maybe lost this race is just not reaching a bit on those hits. You got to span your axe, get all the wood out of there, and you see that big miss hit on the chip side. It just makes it tough for the drivers. There's no room for them, and you see him struggle there at the end.
So for new people to the sport, reaching means putting the axe farther down into the block as they drive in to get more wood out of the lower side of the block.
That's right. That's right. Reaching towards the ground is what we would say, and the further they reach down there on those second rounds, the better off they are in these races. And Danny's so powerful. You see it pull through.
He's a big boy, getting plenty of support from his colleagues in the audience there as well.
So it would be interesting to see what the wood's like here with new guys going. Maybe a bit faster here from Sweden, we'll see.
So Emil Hansen from Sweden, like you just mentioned, against the legendary Pierre Puyberet from France.
Question for you, because in particular for you, Matt, Jolanda Gnadinger told me one time if the wood is cutting well, it usually doesn't chop well, and vice versa. Does that stand true for you?
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. You know, you just have to look at every log as its own race, right? You can't bring expectations from last races. You got to just check it in the foothole, stay focused, and just make the best of it while you're in it.
Getting philosophical on us.
Athletes ready.
That's what you got to do sometimes.
Your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, both these guys getting going. Pierre Puyberet is a perennial champion on the French side. Emil Hansen, really quick turn to the other side. Two drivers ahead of Puyberet on that second side, and Emil Hansen looking really good, but the power and accuracy of Puyberet always bodes well for him. But Emil Hansen is through in an 18:17, fastest time so far. That'll put him in first place, and a 23.04 puts Puyberet at the bottom of the rankings so far, but after 4 guys, he's only in 4th place, and that's not a bad time, Matt.
Yeah, the 23, he's going to wish he had a couple of those hits back, I reckon, but you see Emil there just pull through, nice, strong, powerful hits, clean lines, and he had no problem getting it off, so 18 seconds right around there is going to be a good, strong time.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah, tail of the tape for these two guys is really, really close. 16.79 and 16.71 between the two of them on our personal best. So, yeah, we're seeing the times a little bit slower on the blocks here.
Yeah, and we'll see those get faster. Don't you worry, Troy. So, but here, no, Emil sets a good time for those guys to beat. He was spacing his axe nicely, as we were talking about earlier, and he's just keeping the pace on it here. And you see that he's not missing any hits, really. Decides to just go one driver there in the bottom because he figured he did all the work he needed to. So skipped the top one, went around, and had no problem. Well, a little problem in the bottom driving it off. Probably wishes he could pick up that second right there, but all around, great chop.
And the experience that, you know, he saw that he still had a little bit there, because some athletes who are, you know, maybe not as experienced get that adrenaline flow, they cut through, they feel the log split at the top, but they forget that there could be a thread at the bottom, which would result in a DQ if they don't make sure they cut it and completely split the block.
Yeah, and we saw that yesterday with people falling off their blocks forward or anticipating it coming off, and that just costs you valuable time. And in this race, I can tell you there's not much to lose.
And I can tell it's going to get loud now. Ooh, how about that? The local hero against the reigning world champion. Oh, you can feel the atmosphere. I love it.
That's right, and
Absolutely.
first time for this young man coming out here, so I'm sure he's going to really rely on that crowd to get him going in this race against the fast Nate Hodges.
Yeah, he's going to need it against that reigning world champion, Michel Perrin, up there on the block for Italy. There's Nate Hodges. I said this last year, and I'll repeat it again here. He is a power packet. Now you can see he's got what looks like hockey tape in between his hands, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, he does not
to your timber.
Slope up on the axe handle when he hits.
Go!
Yeah, he decides to club chop, and that's not sliding your hands. It works for him. Most athletes do decide to slide. It's a bit easier, a bit better flow. But it works for him. He keeps the pace on it, and
wow.
You can see that here. He's getting a bit sticky there at the end. I think he's struggling a bit more than he
look at that.
anticipated. Yeah, 21.
And Mitch Perrin through it.
We'll see if that's off, hopefully. Yeah, no problems.
Looks like it.
Oh, Nate is not going to be happy with that.
Yeah, I think he got caught up in the back, got a little off balance, and the chips were hanging there a bit, and maybe got into his head there and got him lost a bit. And sometimes when you get lost, things go awry.
Nate's sitting in third place there, and Mitch is down in sixth spot right now with a 22.69.
Both cuts are good.
But thinking of last year's World Championship, Nate didn't do well at all in the beginning. So
yeah, that's right. He seemed a bit jumpy there for his first time, and that shows you, your first time on a big stage like this, anything can happen. So we'll look at that. He gets stuck right off the bat there. And so he's just going to club, like you said, keep those hands still. I think sometimes it might put him a bit off balance, where you see that in the back. Keeps his head right in the chop for accuracy.
But he's got so much power. His arms are insane.
Yeah, you have to be powerful to chop like that. And you see those chips kind of get in his way, and he just takes a couple of extra drivers, and that's going to cost him valuable places. So again, he's going to wish he had that back, but you just move on to the next event.
2 seconds he could have been faster?
I would say he could pick up at least 2 or 3 seconds, if not even more. Maybe just was a little tentative and made the wrong decision on an axe.
Should Mitch have gone to the other side again for one more angled driver?
I believe so. He just needed to be a little bit more safe and get that block off a little faster.
Now that's something I'm looking forward to. Marcel Dupuis against Redmer Knoll.
Two fantastic athletes here. The beast from the east, Marcel Dupuis, and Redmer Knoll, who has been on a tear as of late. Trains a lot, actually, in Australia. Spent some time there to make sure that he is on point with his cutting, and it's really shown in the way that he's improved in the last couple of years.
Yeah, these are both seasoned athletes, and I think you'll see that here. Like you said, Remner's been really calm, cool, and collected here in the past years. He got a world record, so congratulations on that in the stock saw. And Marcel, he's been second before. He's finally back. Let's see what he can do.
Marcel's very consistent.
To your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, Marcel got into it quick there. They're on pace with each other right now.
It looks like this one's coming out great.
Yeah, Marcel to the other side.
Quick.
That was a very quick one. Whoa, that's a quick move by his foot. He got to be careful there.
I think he'll get this off here anytime. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice time for Dupuis, 18-14. Redmer Knoll with a 20.06. Wow. Very, very solid run by both of these guys.
Yeah, I was very interested to see how that block was going to chop for Marcel. I went in the back earlier. I saw a lot of pin knots, and what I mean by that is just little knots where there was growth in the trees.
Okay.
You sometimes can't see it, sometimes you can. He saw it in his footholds, decided he wanted to chop that log, and it looks like it worked out for him.
Both cuts are good.
And I was watching Marcel in the training camp in Switzerland. And he, like you mentioned, Troy, was so consistent. He was so calm. He was so focused. And he seems to be really enjoying himself. And that's a great start into the competition.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the slabs come out in the first couple of hits. That's always a good sign. Make you feel good about whatever decisions you've made up to then. So you just see him make a nice safe cut, and I think that that's what put him ahead of the field so far, is maybe some other guys trying to go for it a bit and making worse decisions, and then you got the veteran experience here. Just gets it off no problem, breaks the top, you see it twist, and then he knows it's going to come off right away.
The initial timing had Redmer Knoll in 4th place, but after the adjustment and the official time has been set, Redmer Knoll actually sitting in 3rd place in the underhand chop results. So that's very nice for him as well.
Wow, yeah.
It's already getting interesting.
Yes, it is.
And wait for the young guns.
Speaking of that,
gonna get exciting.
Two amazing talents here. Shimon Grunwald going up against Matthias Klima. This is the first ever appearance by Shimon Grunwald at a world championship. Matthias has been here before, so it's going to be an interesting dynamic between these two.
Yeah, this is actually Matthias's first time at least.
It is his first time.
The individual, yeah, so they're both mean and green, so to speak, so I think they're going to have a lot of grit and a lot of power. They do bring some experience. I know they're rookies to this stage, but they're not rookies to Stihl, and
no,
they're going to bring the heat here.
All right, here we go.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Keep an eye on the pace of Shimon Grunwald on the right-hand side of your screen.
Yesterday, he was
unbelievable.
Nice smooth
Both of them over to the other side. Transition was great.
Sensational.
This got a little bit sticky. Shimon Grunwald looking good. We might have two very fast times here. Oh, personal best by Grunwald with a 14.68. and Matthias Klima with an 18.06, sitting in 3rd place right now. Holy smokes, folks. That might even get a little bit better for Matthias Klima. He may well pop to 2nd if the timing comes official and improves. Now, they are looking at Matthias' block. Did he cut a foothold? No, it looks like he's okay.
I think he just broke his axe.
Yeah, he broke the axe handle. I think he reached a little bit low, and
at
least it was safe. Everything worked out, and there's sometimes nothing you can do about it.
I completely missed that. I was watching the chips flying.
Both cuts are good.
That's what we want to hear. Both cuts are good. We have a broken axe and a personal best. And they're in 1st and 2nd, the juniors, you know, the youngsters in their first world
and
championship.
Look what happened with Matthias Klima. They did adjust his time, so he is a hair faster than Marcel Dupuis, sitting in 2nd place. So these guys have set the pace now for everybody.
Yeah, and they just bring speed and power. And this guy, he just had a good log. His axes were cutting unreal out back. I knew he had something for this, and he just gets it off, no problems. You can see a little bit of mishits from the rookie, but man, with bringing that power,
no
doesn't always matter. So 14-3, that's going to be a tough time to beat, even with the guys coming up.
Well, there's only 2 more athletes, and they are the big ones, the big dogs.
But they've gotten their valuable points regardless. Being that top 4 is very important. So very good for these two. They're looking up. Yep, he just hung it a bit low. Got lucky that that axe kind of just sat there. Those things can get scary. They go flying. I've cut myself the same way before, so good for him.
All right, last heat coming up, heat number 6, and this is one that you were really looking for.
Oh, yes.
We can call this showtime.
Oh, yes.
And these are just the 2 top underhand cutters in the world, so it's going to be fireworks, and let's see if they can beat that 14.37.
Jack Jordan holding the national record for New Zealand, and as we well know, Braden Meyer holding the world record. That's stood since 2019, I believe?
Yeah, it's been a long while, and I don't think he plans on losing it. I see the focus on his face.
And the seasonal best as well from
those
Braden
axes
Meyer.
are
Yep.
cutting unreal.
To your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, look at the timing. And look at that. No, this is not.
Just a quick correction, he's held that world record since last year where he beat his own record, so 2024, and Braden Meyer and Jack Jordan both over the other side of their block.
Wow.
Braden Meyer with a 12.97 and Jack Jordan with a 14.72.
And he's loving it. He's loving it.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, right the plan for the big man. Cuts a smooth 8-8. I talked to him earlier. He wanted to put a safe cut in and just put the pace on it, and that's exactly what he did.
Safe cut
with
that's
a bit
hilarious.
of pace, yeah.
It'd be nice to have a safe cut and win it, no problem.
Oh, wow. This man is going to be very hard to beat tonight.
Yeah, it's interesting. Jack Jordan just got behind Simon there. So Simon snuck out a second place. That'll be big for him, for the young guy. And Jack Jordan, respectable time there of 14.41. And you see two completely different styles, both equally as effective. The speed of Braden, his confidence he brings, doesn't miss a single hit. Just unreal training from this man, and he just gets it off every single time.
And did you see that twist of
The
the
scary
axe when he
part
turned
about
around?
him is the speed that he's hitting is, yes, that's of course nasty, but his accuracy with that speed is also improving from year to year, which is very, very scary.
Yeah, really unmatched. And Jack Jordan had a great cut as well here. He brings the power to it, and maybe didn't draw quite as good of a log, but cuts it clean and gets the points that he needs. So those guys will be happy with that. Oh, beautiful. Love to see that.
Cody Steers enjoying that one in the stands. He doesn't have to do anything anymore. I mean, he would love to be on stage for sure, but he's having fun watching his Chopperoo teammate take over the underhand chop here. What a score.
And collect the 12 points. That's what it's all about, getting those points together.
And the real big shocker for me here is Nate Hodges there, 9th place. That's going to be tough for him. I know he overcame it last year, so I'm going to look for him to be strong-willed, strong-minded, and come back from that. But, man, uphill battle when you get 9th place in the first event.
And you don't want to start into the competition like this.
Yeah, absolutely not. It doesn't build the confidence. Luckily for him, he can overcome that. I've seen it happen before. So, yeah, I'll look to see what he has in the stock saw. Hopefully it doesn't give him the jitters, maybe get some rushing in. So
Talk about stock saw. We are ready to show you what we're talking about. It's next discipline.
The Stihl MS661CM stock saw is used in Stihl Timbersports as the ultimate test of operator's skill. Designed for the toughest jobs in forestry, it produces approximately 7.3 horsepower, has a displacement of 91.1 cc, and weighs 7.4 kilograms. To ensure evenly and fairly matched saws, professional Stihl technicians prepare and test the saws before each competition. Stock saw. After the starting shot, the contestants have to cut 2 wooden discs, so-called cookies, within a 10-centimeter mark. 1 downward and 1 upward. The attempt is only valid when both discs have been cut off completely and within the marks.
You're into tools and tech? Craving key facts, hands-on deep dives, and compelling tests? This is where your curiosity meets clarity. Stihl, focus on. Watch now on YouTube.
So these are our 6 heats for the stock saw. We're going to start with Mitch Perrin against Marcel Depuis. Heat number 2 consisting of Nate Hodges and Danny Martin. Then we're going to move on to Simon Grönwald versus Braden Meyer, followed by Matthias Klima against Pierre Puberet. In Heat 5, we will see Emil Hansen take on Jack Jordan. And finally, in Heat 6, it's going to be Koen Martens against the world record holder, Redmer Knoll.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting because I mentioned before that we talked about Redmer not really enjoying the stock saw, but he pulled out that world record recently at the Benelux Championship. So You know, maybe he's going to start to enjoy it a little bit more. Now,
I bet he is.
Matt, we talk about this a lot. This isn't a power discipline. This is a technique and feel discipline, correct?
Yeah, that's right. And what we're looking for here is consistency. Everybody might bring a little bit different technique to the table, but what's important is that they're keeping even pressure and just doing everything smooth, and smooth is fast.
Smooth is fast. All right, let's see how Mitch Perrin does here. Canadian fans, of course, strong always in the visit to the World Championships. Here we go.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good grab by both these guys. Nice solid start by Marcel Dupuis. He's looking like he's going to get through this one fairly quickly. Oh, the transition was big, and we got a cutout by Mitch Perrin. He's got to be careful there, and Marcel had a really fat cookie on that second one, so hopefully he didn't cross over the line, and we may have these judges looking very closely at both of these cuts, and I'm hoping we don't see DQs for both of them, but I have a feeling we will.
Yeah, that was a wild first race there, to say the least. We got cutouts, we got all sorts of things going. Again, first heat, tough to be in, and you see that there.
Both cuts are good.
Oh, look at that.
Breath of fresh air
Talk
for
about
me
the
there.
drama,
a little relief sigh, and I thought for sure that Marcel, on that transition to the upcut, got real close, if not on the line.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll see that in the replay and see what we got there. It looks like the winner of 12.92, so we're looking at a little bit slower times here. This wood was fresh. They told me that before we got here. Is sometimes when you have this fresher wood just been cut, then it's a little bit more firm. So we see that with this 12-second time as a winner. And then we see Michel just have a little bit of a rough go. Didn't realize he cut out after that switch early enough, so he costed himself a couple of seconds there.
Yeah, 15-14 for Mitch Perrin.
And you see him step up there before he switches, and I tend to think that sometimes that brings inconsistencies. If you're moving your feet around, you don't have a stable base, and it makes it tough to make that switch.
Yeah, there's that transition from Marcel Dupuis. It was pretty close to the line at the bottom. And good that Mitch Perrin figured it out in time. I mean, you know, okay, it killed off some time, but at least we don't have a DQ. And he didn't leave himself a lot of space to make that final cut to get up there after the cutout.
Yeah, points are points.
So,
gotta take them when you can get them.
Talking about points, Nate Hodges, the reigning world champion, he needs points, so he needs to be good in this one.
Yeah, that's right. It's time for him to make his move here. We're saying it pretty early, but it is time.
Danny Martin also, he's very comfortable with the motor saw. If it's a stock saw or if it's a hot saw, he feels good with that discipline. And you can see national record 863. Tail of the tape has the advantage going to Danny Martin here, but we have seen Nate cutting pretty well in stock recently.
Yeah, I agree, Troy. Danny Martin is a great technician. You can see that with the national record and the time. Nate Hodges himself, I know the training he puts in, and he is just a fanatic of the sport, so to speak. He puts in thousands of races, and so as long as he can get his nerves out of the way and get a good smooth start, he'll be quick off the go, I can tell you that. So he's going to get all the time he can. You see him practicing the start there. He just wants to get warm, get loose, feel good about it.
It's a lot of mental preparation in these disciplines as well.
There's a lot to think about up there. You got to get your feet right. You got to get your eyes right. You got to get your mind right. So see if he puts it all together.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, quick pick by Nate Hodges. Thin cookie for Danny Martin, though. That's going to bode well for him.
Ooh,
huge
right on
transition for Nate Hodges, and he is killing that line. I'm going to see a DQ for Nate Hodges. Danny Martin with an 11.80. 2 thin discs on the deck for Danny Martin, so you can see his comfort level with the saw, no problem. The excitement for Nate maybe got him a little bit on that transition. He went too far over.
We got the yellow flag.
Yep, and there it is. I was afraid of that. And yeah, it looked pretty obvious here from the booth, so it's unfortunate for him. Like you said, maybe when you're trying to pick those points up, you just go a little too fast. And
you could see Andrew Hall right now giving it a real close check. So if there is some blue line remaining, they'll usually give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yep, that's right. And with this wood being so fresh, is there won't be any wood chunking out, so they will be able to see that line pretty well. It shouldn't be a problem for those judges today.
All right, fingers crossed for Nate Hodges.
Oh,
look at that.
That is a close call. That's another close call.
You know, that's Timbersports.
I think it's good. I think it's good.
That's right.
Okay, after checking for a cut line, we've determined that both cuts are good.
Oh, there we go. And his day is saved, folks.
Oh, my goodness. Nate Hodges is
still in the game.
Sweating bullets right now.
Down here, I'm not supposed to be sweating.
He might be sweating sawdust at this moment. Let's take a look at this again. Maybe we get a view from the bottom camera.
Yeah, great
on that
camera
transition
shot there.
But that first cookie was brilliant.
Yeah, super smooth there, and it does look like a thin disc, so he has tons of real estate.
Tons
needed
of
it.
real estate.
Yeah, thank God he
see on
had
the far
it.
side, though, Danny Martin's got a
Same.
paper-thin cookie there.
And Danny just had a bobble there on the start, got a little bit behind from the start, but he knows how to pick up time.
Yeah.
And boy, that'll lose some time for Nate too, as he's gonna have to steer that saw. When you get that close to the line at the bottom, all you can do is pray and steer that saw. So he's gonna turn it with his hands and
when
try
you
to get it
steer,
away
it
from the line.
slows down the cutting efficiency of the chain as well, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And do you see Danny with the faster time there by a 10th, and that 10th could have easily been picked up if he just had a smoother run there on the upcut.
Well, it's the two fastest times we've seen so far, but of course we've only had 2 heats. In heat number 3, the return of Shimon Grönwald and Braden Meyer. Now that is another one I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see again how the rookie handles it. I see his best times around 10 seconds, so not so bad. And Braden is pretty automatic in the stock saw here. I've seen him in the past just absolutely destroy it. So
they're not that far apart in the tail of the tape, though. If we look at it, Shimon's time 10.62, Braden 10.14.
Close.
So pretty close. It might really come down to the experience of Braden Meyer here and him being able just to settle into that pace and do his thing. Like you said, you know, concentrate on your log, do your battle.
yeah, that's right. Confidence is key here. So we'll see if both of the athletes can bring that, and it'll certainly help them out in this race. Looks like they needed to square those logs up. So again, with Nate Hodges steering the saw, it just gets a bit crooked. It's unfair for other athletes if you don't square that up. So that's what they're doing there. Take the time, make everything fair, safe.
Yeah, that's good.
That's
it's
all
the
you
World
can ask for.
Championship. That's
Yeah.
what we want.
Yeah, it's unbelievable this year. They got all the trees, or all the wood out of 2 trees this year, and so you can't get more fair than just having 2 trees. And they've explained that to the athletes this year, and I think you'll see that in the times.
Yeah, but that must be great to know.
Yeah, it just keeps getting better year by year. Everybody makes adjustments, everything gets better. It's just great to see.
And we do really hear a lot about how they concentrate on the sustainability of the wood and the competition quality of the wood as well. So we might get a little bit on that later on. But it is quite interesting how they manage to get this wood prepared in the fairest way possible for everybody.
Yeah, it's a long road, and they've figured it out, that's for sure. And it's just great to see. It's good for the sport.
So Matt, as an athlete being in this situation, you know, it's not perfect, is it? Because you lose your concentration. It's you have your own rhythm, your own system to get prepared for the competition, and then it's a wait. It's a wait.
Yeah, that's what we do as athletes. We hurry up and wait, they say. You get ready really fast, and then you might wait a little longer than you want to stay warm. But no, this is why they're here, right? They're the individual champions. They've been on big stages, and so they just try to stay mentally strong up there. It is tough. You just have to overcome it.
They've cut away now 4 discs to square that thing up. I mean, I would have thought with that rig they've got, they squared that thing after the first disc. Why so many discs at this point? Are they seeing something in the block?
Yes, absolutely, Troy. They probably squared it up, saw a knot, and that, again, makes the disadvantage for that athlete. So they just have to trim it until it's gone, and sometimes there's hidden knots in there, and they just don't go away. So they prepare for that. They have extra wood in the back. There's no worries there, so just takes a bit of extra time.
So again, speaking about the fairness for all athletes, they really concentrate on making sure that everybody has the same conditions on stage.
Yeah, that's right, and it's really great. And that's what's great about the stock saw, is that it is the most even event, and it's just about how you can perform with it.
So, you know, that's an eternal wait for those two guys standing on the decision zone before they can come up on stage to get ready to go. That's got to mess with your head a little bit, especially for Szymon, seeing them do that much work on the block that he's going to be cutting on.
Yeah, that's got to be tough.
And standing next to Braden Meyer.
Yeah,
of
all things.
He's got to be
Doesn't
thankful
get worse,
that at least
does it?
he's got good wood, so we'll see if he can stay strong here. It's a big man with a little saw. They look like they're hoping and waiting over there in the crowd.
I just saw a picture of Cody Steers. He had his first foray into the World Championship last season.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, quick start by Braden Meyer. Thin cookie for Szymon Grunwald. Braden Meyer, beautiful transition. Szymon Grunwald right there with him. Might have a faster cut. No! Braden Meyer just by a hair, 11.65. And Szymon Grunwald with a 12.19.
And fastest again.
Sitting in fourth place. And Braden Meyer once again showing his determination to be atop that podium one more time.
Yeah, it looks like he came to work today and he's ready to do the job. So,
is there any discipline, Matt, where you think that Braden Meyer can be beaten? Springboard?
I'm going to go with the hot saw. He's an amazing springboard cutter too. Yeah, the man, there's nothing the man can't do. If he has a weakness, let's call it the hot saw, but it's not much of a weakness anymore. So,
2019, we saw him fumble that hot saw, but he still managed to win the World Championship title because he was so strong through all the other disciplines.
Yeah, and lucky for him, he got the saw started. 3 cuts, no problem, enough points ahead. So you just see him just do the work here. A good inch first cut is just beautiful. Over there, as Szymon has a little trouble, a little thin. You got to be really careful with the saw. You lose time when you have to steer that saw. So you see Braden just keep that perfect RPMs on the saw and just float it right through.
Szymon Grunwald looks like he was hardly stressing about that, though, relaxed through the cut, even though, you know, it wasn't as fast as he's had before. He looked good, but could that be feeling the pressure from the backside?
Yeah, I think so. I think you just have to put the races in, too. So he's he's only 20. So, you know, we have high expectations for him for how young he is, and he is living up to it so far. But there you are, Braden, 11.5 in the lead by 0.2. Just saying, here you go, boys. It's time to buckle up.
Oh, it definitely is time to buckle up when this man is around.
Keep a close eye on Maciej Klima. I have a feeling he's going to have a nice cut. He likes this discipline, and he's good at it.
Yeah, and I've got the pleasure to train with that man personally, so I've given him at least all the tips I could, so let's see if he can pull through. I know how strong-headed he is as well, and I think it'll go just fine for the man.
Yeah, and you're not so bad yourself on the stock, so are you?
Oh, you're too kind. You're too kind.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. And he's going to be a bit upset for breaking his axe in the last discipline, so he might go into this with a bit of anger.
Yeah, and I think the key here is for him not to go in with anger, because he does have to stay nice and calm and consistent, and he's got to put it out of his head, right? So the most important thing for these athletes here is to just move on to the next event. Put the last one behind you. You're not doing it again. So the ones that can do that, you see really pull through.
The French fans.
Unreal, isn't it?
Yeah. They're having a fantastic time here in
Asterix and
Milano.
Obelix in the house.
Yeah, yesterday they sang the Marseillaise. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you can't ask for anything better than that.
And you did mention there are a ton of French fans that come to these events in Italy. Canadians are pretty strong there as well, huh?
Surprisingly strong.
The fanship is strong with the Canadians.
I like Pierre Puy-Barré, though. Interesting character. He's always got that dour face, you know, but I say this often about him backstage. He's a bit of a character. You probably know this better than we do because you'll be backstage with these guys more often than not.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a clown when he gets back there.
Yeah, that's right. Like you said, I'm a bit intimidated the first time I came over here and saw him, but yeah, it's like a teddy bear.
Very kind man, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, very kind.
Yeah.
Once you get to know him, super nice.
It's the great thing about the sport. We're all a family here, and it shows, I think.
Yeah, it's my favorite time running around with Matt.
Warm up your
It's like everybody, how you doing, buddy? Yes.
Look at that beard. Wow.
Look at those pants.
This is impressive. We should have took some notes. Deep breath in.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh,
Great
wow.
start.
Great start by Matthias Klima. He got right in there, and that's a first cut. Really, really nice. Transition by Puy-Barré is also amazing. But Klima with a great time, 11.97. That puts him in 4th place. That's a nice cut for Matthias Klima.
Yeah, it was nice and smooth. You see a little knot there, so maybe that slowed him down there on the second cut. Just a hidden thing there, so we'll see how the official times roll out. And he moves to 3rd with the unofficial times to 11.76. That's big for him. And the stock saw these tenths matter.
Both cuts are good.
Pierre Puy-Barré with a
look at the reaction.
12.20 in 6th place right now, and Matthias Klima sitting pretty in 3rd in this discipline. And at the moment, that puts him in 3rd in the overall standings as well, with a couple more guys still to cut.
Yeah, I think that was two good races, to be honest with you there. They both had good, smooth cuts, 2 different styles. And you just see Matthias pull ahead there at the end. He must have had a little bit better pressure on the saw. He figured it out there in the first cut. Very quick start. And he just pulls it through.
There's that step in from Puy-Barré that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah,
that,
and sometimes that will mess you up, but they practice it enough. And like I said, these different styles, just whatever works for you. But Matthias just stays on that saw right till the end, pulls up, and you see those, it's not even a tenth that he pulls ahead of Nate Hodges there. And those are just big points for Nate to lose, Matthias to gain, and you're going to see things get mixed up.
Time to beat right now to gain 12 points out of this discipline is 11.50, set by Braden Meyer.
And now this part.
Oh, let's take a
Okay, you
look
can scream.
what's happening on
E now
stage.
Milano, all together.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Tutti insieme. Ok, vi potete vedere anche sopra.
Sounds like they're
Ancora, 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 ancora.
As the crowd gets into it here.
You're live on TV now. Adesso di qua.
Sultan taking care of it.
Adesso questo lato.
And it is a beautiful arena.
And now this part.
Especially for the athletes, because the crowd is so close, Matt.
Now
That's
down.
those kind of stages that you guys really love.
Yeah.
And
If the atmosphere
again.
doesn't hype you up, then I don't know how to get you hyped up.
Down.
Are we going back up? I think we are. Here we go.
Down. Up. Down. Up. Down.
They follow directions nicely.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got him in the palm of his hands like Freddie Mercury, huh?
Thank you, Milano.
That was nice. Before we go to our next heat, which is also a good one. Emil Hansen taking on Jack Jordan. That's what we're going to see next. The crowd doesn't get enough, do they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and 2 strong athletes in these 2 next ones, and they're going to want these points, so.
Oh, yeah, Jack doesn't want to get too far away from Braden, for sure. Won silver last year, so of course the goal, when we talked to him, is to take home gold. And you've got to make sure not to lose too many points in the first disciplines.
Now, Emil Hansen has a distinct advantage that his dad, Hans-Ove Hansen, is an exceptional stock sawyer and actually teaches the correct technique for the rookies at the Rookie Academy. So you know that he's going to come into this discipline with a lot of nice tips about how to really cut clean and fast. And of course, we know Jack Jordan. I mean, you know, this guy is also a phenomenal athlete. You can see a 950 personal best for him. That's nothing to slouch at, right?
Yeah, I'd like to see how he does in these sawing events. He is such a powerhouse in the chops. You know he's going to be a top place, and what's going to matter, make or break him, is these sawing events. So it'll be very important for him. And as you said, Emil, let's see if that training pays off.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, quick starts.
Very
nice reactions.
Jack looking very good. Transition beautiful for both of the guys.
Heavy.
Oh,
Hansen.
Nice cuts. Hey!
Oh.
Jack Jordan with 11.42. Emil Hansen 11.69. Jack Jordan takes that top spot in stock saw just ahead of Braden Meyer. 0.8 of a second faster. So that is a nice cut from Jack Jordan in the competition here today.
Yeah, clutch performance from Jack.
Clutch is the perfect description.
Right, one of his weak events, and he shows you, nope, I'm back, baby. I'm here to play.
And third spot for Emil. That's also nice.
Yeah, 2 great cuts, and I could hear it from here. I couldn't tell which one. I would imagine Emil, with the time being a bit slower, they got a bit heavy on the upcut after the switch. They just put a little too much pressure on the saw. I could hear it bog down.
Bogging a bit, yeah.
Yeah, and when you do that, it just slows you down a bit. But lucky for Jack, he got that quick time. He crushes the time to beat, 11.26 officially. So a little over 2/10 ahead is a mile here in this race. So impressive.
Yeah, and they made the adjustment to the official time for Jack Jordan. It's 11.26, like you mentioned. And Emil Hansen, 11.55.
Oh, look at that.
You know, the times among the top 7 guys are in the 11 range, and that's how close this really is.
Yeah,
Crazy.
And that's the important thing, is that this wood is even and that these times are close like this. You know, maybe we don't see a world record, but we see a fair event, and that's what the athletes want.
Oh,
just got him
sheer
right at the end.
Huh?
And
Job done. Job done.
Yeah, truly beautiful.
One more heat coming up. Belgium versus the Netherlands. Koen Martens against Redmer Knoll.
This should be funny, actually, because we know that Koen Martens cuts very well with the stock saw. We know that Redmer isn't such a fan of the stock saw, but after that world record in stock saw, he might be going, maybe I'm not that bad at this event after all.
Yeah, if that doesn't give you confidence,
What
geez.
does? Come on.
I mean, really.
I was watching at home in disbelief.
I think we all
Did he
were.
call him?
I think he was even in disbelief after he made that cut, because I remember the interview afterwards. He was like, I have no idea what just happened.
Just smile.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's one of those guys, you know. He's such a nice character. He just enjoys competing.
And he deserves it, yeah. He puts the work in, and it's really great to see him grow in the sport.
And of course, these two guys, they know each other
Let's see
really
if we
well.
can get a little monkey celebration going on here.
All right, there you see that world record 7.46 held by Redmer. Koen Martens' personal best in 8.71 on that graphic on the bottom side of your screen. And like I said, you know, he's a consistent competitor. Koen Martens is much in the way of Marcel Dupuis. Very consistent throughout, maybe not the fastest in individual disciplines, but his consistency throughout the disciplines speaks volumes.
Yeah, and he does bring the best attitude to this sport. And when you bring a good attitude, it lets you chop free and saw free. And when he brings that to the table, he really makes him dangerous.
Because I'm free sawing. Oh boy.
What is going on?
Sorry.
What is going on?
To your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Yeah, nice even start by both of them. Nice clean cut. That's a bit of a cookie up front there for Redmer, but the transition looked pretty good. I think he's pulling a bit hard on that. And Koen Martens with an 11.72, Redmer with a 12.57.
Yeah, there we go. That's
Who's having some fun right there?
Give it to us.
Yeah, you were asking for it.
Yeah. He knows what the people want. If you're not having a fun time out there, then what are you doing?
Yeah, and it's exactly the same time that Danny Martin had, so that puts him in 4th position.
It's jumped up to 3rd now after the official time change.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
11.52. Koen Martens in 3rd.
He's going to be happy with that.
Jack Jordan, Braden Meyer, and Koen Martens 1, 2, and 3 in stock saw.
Awesome.
That's going to shift things around in our overall standings a little bit too. We'll check that out in a few minutes after our slow-mo here, and we get to pick it apart. It looks like we've got a whole team of referees up there in the stands.
At least they have fans too.
Yeah.
Poor guys. And you see Remner just gets 10th there. It's tough. We'll see if we can see anything on the slow-mo here. Maybe something happened to him.
It seemed like he was pulling a little bit hard on the upcut.
Yeah, you have to adjust really quickly to these saws. Whether you're too light or too heavy, you have to listen and you have to adjust. And if you don't get adjusted quick enough, the race is over. And you see the guy, calm, cool, and collected. Koen just goes up there, gets it done. Big 3rd place, picks up those valuable points.
You could see Redmer's, the bar tip isn't sticking out all the way. Could that have affected the way it's cutting?
Yeah, you have to watch that. And I do believe that if you have the bar tip all the way in, that is the fastest way to do it. And it gets dangerous there. You have the bar hidden into the wood. Crazy things can happen and DQs come fast.
You can also kick a little bit while you're trying to control the saw
C'è Marta lì. Fate chiasso per Marta.
So here we have the final results and the points awarded. So Jack Jordan this time beating Braden Meyer. So they stay very close together. We're going to see it in the overall standing just in a few moments.
Yeah, you're looking at just 1 point here between the two. So keeping it close, keeping it interesting.
23 for Braden, Jack
Shimon
22. Matej
Tied for
Vima, Emil Hansen.
First-timers here.
Holy moly.
The young guys coming in clutch.
All 3 young guns from Europe right there, still in the mix. That's great
and
to
we see the Canadian and USA, they just need to pick up a bit of time here.
Yeah.
It's now or never. This is the last event coming up, stand and block before they start eliminations. They're going to eliminate 4, so that's tough going.
Oh yeah, you don't want to be one of those 4. And Redmer Knoll and Koen Martens are going to be the first to compete in the standing block job. So that's going to be an interesting one as well from the physique and the mental approach.
Yeah, that's right. The guys that are a bit lower on that bracket, they're going to want to look at what other guys are doing and see if they can make adjustments and maybe gain some time there. The first 2 guys, they want to do the opposite. They want to go out there, crush, make you guys feel bad about yourselves, you know, like, oh, you guys really have to go for it. So, yeah, it's just 2 different ways of looking at it, but we'll see what happens. Very interesting with these points like they are.
Yeah, it's the last discipline before we eliminate a few athletes here. We are going from the full pool of athletes down to 8 after this discipline, so they really do. This is the point now where they have to get those extra points in their book.
And here's all you need to know about this discipline.
Standing block chop. At the standing block chop, the felling of a tree with an axe is simulated. A vertically positioned wooden block with a diameter of 30 centimeters has to be cut through both sides. A powerful and precise swing with the axe is the premise of a good result.
So, as promised, Koen Martins against Redmer Knoll. That's going to be our first heat here in the standing block job, followed by Pierre Puperet taking on Danny Martin. Then we're going to see Ned Hodges and Mitch Perrin. Emil Hansen versus Marcel Depuy in heat number 4. In heat number 5, Matthias Klima against Jack Jordan. And finally, heat 6 in the standing block job, consisting of Simon Grönwald and Braden Meyer. So again, it is Belgium versus the Netherlands. We've just seen him on stage, and here they are again.
It's now or never, boys. It's now or never.
Both of them holding their respective national records in this discipline.
I think you're going to see these guys go for it. You see the PB up there of 15 seconds is nothing to joke around about, so I think you'll see some fast times out of these guys.
This is also one of the last chopping disciplines you learn as a new athlete, because it's one of those that's a little bit more difficult because of the angles you need to cut at, correct?
Yeah, it is definitely a little more dangerous of an event. So
stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
They do tend to start on the underhand first. Good start for both of these guys. Big fronts, it looks like.
Redmer over to that second side, well
there.
ahead of Koen Martins.
Yeah, he just got in a bit flat, and that's going to be tough for him to get that log off.
Redmer's got it done in 16.50, a new national record for the Netherlands.
And Koen celebrating as always. I love this guy. Yeah. I just love this guy.
If he feels happy with that cut, it doesn't matter what the time is. He's like, yes, I've done it, you know?
Yes, and rightly so. I walked past the locker rooms, and he was there. You just feel that positive energy just by passing by. Very enjoyable.
Maybe
and Redmer Knoll is going to be happy.
Take your shoes off and hug Redmer, or Koen, you know? Like instead of hugging a tree.
Yeah, maybe.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see here if maybe the stand-and block wood's a bit softer with our first heat already breaking 16.23 here. That's a quick time from Remner and nothing to play around with.
Well, I believe seasonal best is 12:42.
Yeah, and you're going to see here he keeps his chop nice wide and open. Couple mishits there in the front, it looks like, but when he has stuff to drive into in this good wood, he's going to have no problem getting it off. Maybe a little stick, but in the front of Koen's block there, you just see him short his, yep, there it is. He shorts those down hits, just maybe rushed a bit, trying to get that fast time. Miss those hits, pinch it off in the front, and you just can't get to the center, and makes it that much tougher to drive off in the back.
Oh, you thought he had it there, and you can see his face. Gotta go back and get it one more.
Yeah, throws you off balance there a bit. He thinks it's gonna come, and even more time lost.
It's interesting to see that, you know, that chop and then the pull in to try and get that last cut through, you know?
Yeah, the confidence is important when you're driving those logs off. If you're not driving with that power and precision.
The Van Drielens watching on as Redmer had a pretty nice run there.
So Pierre Puperet against Danny Martin. That's another one of those classics, you could say, in Europe.
Yeah, these guys know each other real well. They've battled against each other in many of the European competitions. So, I mean, you know, they're going to go up on stage, and then it's not like there's any love lost between the two of them. They just know each other. So I don't think there's any vibe that's happening here that's going to cause one or the other to not perform well.
Yeah, two Sawyers coming here to the stand-on block, so we'll see what they can bring to the table here. It'll be tough for them to beat that 16.23, I believe, but you know, in these individual world championships, anything can happen.
Yes. And we just had our hashtag there, the hashtag Stihl Timbersports. So if anyone at home or at the venue would like to show us their best pictures.
Hashtag Stocksaw Lifestyle.
We'd be happy to take a look at them. There's been so much going on yesterday on social media, absolutely fantastic. So many different fan groups, and yeah, that's also very enjoyable for us to take a look at after we finish our job.
I think we've had some prolific posting going on this weekend as well, with the Instagram and TikTok posts that have been going out there. Barely have a chance to breathe before the next one's available on your feed.
It's wild.
You see the determination in his face. He's ready to
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
A little sticky right off the bat for Danny there.
Yeah, Danny Martin's been working on these chopping disciplines a lot. We know he's solid with the sawing disciplines, like you mentioned. A couple of Sawyers coming up onto stage here, but these two guys, they've got so much power, and the time that they put in to get through.
Oh, that's
really good
really
at it. Danny Martin with a 23-1.
Wow.
And Pierre Puy-Barré at 21-6-0. Again, I should reiterate that all of these times that you see immediately after that block drops are non-official times until our competition control center gives the thumbs up and we can actually make them official, which is why we do see some timing changes.
Yeah, you're going to see a couple of sticky axes and a couple bad decisions here in this chop, and the times are going to show from it. They both came in at 3rd and 4th there, but yeah, they just couldn't get their axes moving, I think, the way they wanted to.
And these weren't Las Vegas fun bad decisions. These were not well-made decisions here on stage.
Yeah, that's right, and we'll see it on the replay. Pierre just shorted his front a bit, maybe saw this fast time there from Remner. Sometimes that plays in the athletes' minds, and shorts the front, doesn't do all the work there. Maybe would have went an extra round, would have helped him, and it would have been easier for him to drive that log off.
And that first hit, as you mentioned as well, was a stick for Danny Martin.
Yeah, Danny's axe maybe chose the wrong axe for this particular wood. A bit sticky on the drivers in the back too, I believe. So again, Pierre just needed to come up again, get that chip cleared. I think they thought the wood was going to be softer than maybe it rolled out there in this heat. And it's just going to take him a couple extra drivers. That valuable time loses by 2 or 3 seconds, and you can see it there. Plenty of wood left in the front. Maybe stay there a little longer. You get the job done and move on.
And there's that brief pause. He didn't lose his balance, but he looked at it and he was like, eh?
And Pierre got lucky there that that block split off nice and clean.
So we're ready for our next heats, guys.
Mitch
the man
back at it.
From Italy, yes, Mitch Perrin against against Nate Hodges.
So Nate was the standing block for the team last year, if I remember correctly.
He was a very strong stand and block cutter. You're going to see lots of speed, probably an 8-8 cut here. Maybe with the wood rolling out the way it is, maybe he'll try to go for it.
Can you explain an 8-8 cut to the audience there that may
so
not
when
know?
I say 8-8, I'm talking about the pattern that they're chopping. So he's going to start with a 1-1. That is one up hit, one down hit. Move on with counter clockwise chops, as you see. There's that 1-1 we're talking about. He's going to go around, and then he's going to go 2 up and drive it. It looks like a big front from Nate, so gets around to the back. He'll try to short that back, I believe, and just get it off.
Mitch Perrin looking very good here as well. Oh my goodness, great time from Nate Hodges, a 16.32, and I believe after an adjustment that might put him up on top of the leaderboard in standing. Also a nice time from Mitch Perrin, 20.16.
Yeah, very respectable, and I think we're gonna see him for a long time coming. Been working really hard, and it's great to see him up on this stage and show some good poise here today, and he'll take a lot from this, I believe.
And he's a big boy, which you like.
Ooh, he is a big boy. They all are, aren't they? Jeez. I'm like, maybe I need to start eating.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah, great.
There you go. Nate Hodges does indeed take over the top spot in the standing block with a nice time of 15.8, just ahead of Red McNoll. And then
Mitch faster than Danny and Pierre Puy-Barré. Wow.
Yeah, he did a great job on that one. But you could see the absolute power, and you called it on point with each of his hits.
Yeah, and it is a good pattern to go there in this wood. It seems to work for a lot of people. He's used to it, he's comfortable with it, so he's just gonna hit these corners here. The chips are gonna fly out and put two good space drivers in. That couldn't have done it much better in the front there. I think he's just gonna get a little bit sticky in the back. He's gonna be happy with the 15-8, but he's gonna know also he could have done a little better at the end there. You see that axe sticking, the nose, as we say, the end of the axe, is getting stuck in that wood, much like you see there as well. So maybe this wood is just lending to sticky axes today.
And I think the crowd is going to be eager to hear what the local hero, Mich Perrin, has to say. He's on stage right now.
With Michel Perrin, the Italian national champion. Michel, allora, siamo arrivati, fine del primo round. Sei stato sopra, ben sopra il tuo personal best sull'ultima disciplina che era la tua disciplina, ma soprattutto quello che ti chiedo è il tuo primo mondiale. Com'è stata fino ad adesso questa esperienza tra il team di ieri e l'individuale di oggi con i migliori al mondo?
Che emozione. Allora, fare un mondiale è già tanta roba, nel senso che già arrivare qui per me è un'enorme vittoria, perché comunque bisogna arrivarci. E sono contento per tutto il sostegno che ho avuto da tutti, la mia famiglia, la mia ragazza, tutti quanti, e tutti i miei amici, i miei compagni di squadra di ieri, Alessandro che è stato ad aiutarmi, veramente grazie a tutti. E non è la fine, è solo l'inizio, e la strada in salita, però bisogna imparare a scalare, e è quello che sto cercando di fare.
Facciamogli un grandissimo applauso. Ok, in few words, how was this, your first World Championship? How was the experience to compete here in Italy, in Milano, both in teams and individual? He said, first of all, is the World Championship and you have to arrive at the World Championship. So that was really, really, really emotional. And allora, cosa vuoi dire a chi vorrebbe iniziare? Quanto è bello questo sport e come fare?
Beh, penso che già solo guardando quando sono entrato, penso che già solo quell'emozione lì è una cosa che ti dovrebbe stimolare a iniziare questo sport, perché oltre a questo le discipline che facciamo sono delle discipline bellissime, si lavora con tutto il corpo, si fa un sacco di movimento, ci si allena tanto, e non è il classico calcio, non è il classico basket, è qualcosa di diverso, e credo che, come l'arena ci insegna stasera, questo è uno degli sport più belli del mondo, secondo me.
Okay, the question was how can someone start at the Timbersports? Just being here to feel the emotion that you feel with the athletes is enough to start. It's a full body workout. It's not basketball, it's not soccer, it's the most beautiful sport in the world. Per Michel Perrin, facciamogli un applauso, Milano! Grazie Michel!
And of course, it's the original extreme sport, so nice one to go with.
Well said.
I got a little misty there. Even the Italian that I didn't understand, I could see and feel the emotion that he was putting out there to the audience. So it's great. You know,
I can see by your body language.
Yeah,
yes.
you could really see that he's grateful for being here, even though he may not be where he wants to be.
Not
he
yet.
is where he wants to be, you know. So that's a start.
Yeah, it's got to be an unreal feeling for him, being in front of that home crowd and them supporting him throughout this first three events.
Well, Emil Hansen and Marcel Depies are hopefully going to get a similar reception as they enter the stage for heat number 4.
And this is going to be a good one.
Oh, wow, look at the personal best.
Yeah, they're real close together. Now, Marcel, we know, isn't such a huge fan of this discipline, but you put him in the situation where he needs to cut, he's going to do everything in his power to get through there fast.
Yeah, he is strong and he is fast.
But so is Emil Hansen.
That's right, one of his better events here. And I think he'll be trying to gun for that 15-8. Maybe take one out of the book of Nate Hodges and go 8 in the front, and then
Athletes
try to
ready.
beat him in the back.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good even start by both these guys are on pace with each other, and you could see there Emil Hansen really going for it. Second side fast for Emil Hansen. He's about 3 drivers ahead of Marcel Dupuis on that second side, and he is angry at that log. He is not liking that one at all.
It is a national record.
A 16.33 national record, and that's unofficial at the moment, but I can't see it not getting any slower. It's going to get faster once the buttons are checked. Oh my goodness. And a massive chip out of the blade from Marcel Dupuis. That is a bummer.
We'll have to look back on the replay for that one. He might have had a hidden knot. Looks
Still,
pretty
he's got a
disappointed
17.24 in that cut.
17.24 is unreal for breaking an axe and recovering.
Still a little bit overshadowed by Emil Hansen and his new national record.
Both cuts are good.
That's great, but that's just super unlucky for Marcel Dupuis.
Yeah, 16.33. It's been made official there, and Emil Hansen slips into second place just ahead of Redmar Knoll. So Redmar actually sitting pretty in the standings of the standing block chop right now.
Yeah, and we'll see if that can bring him through to the next round. We'll see if that's enough. Emil here is just going to absolutely attack the front of this log. You see Marcel doing the same, just a little bit behind here on the turn. And Emil goes around quick. I think he realizes it because you're going to see him go one more up there before he starts driving. And when people do that, you tend to think, oh, maybe they're not confident it's going to drive off. They want that one extra. But it came off no problem, and it got him a respectable time.
Yeah, respectable enough to become the new national record. At actually, with the adjustment now, it's actually lower than 16. It's 15.94. Wow. So the Competition Control Center really got their hands on that one. We should point out, too, that there are 4 individuals that are at the front of the stage holding buttons. And when they see that the log is split, they will push the button. So it's kind of like double indemnity for each side. And then that will determine the time. So that's why sometimes you see, for instance, in the underhand chop, you'll see the block wiggle a little bit, and then somebody will push the button and the time will be incorrect. And that's why the Competition Control Center then goes back and double checks the nuances of that block actually separating and what the actual time is. So sometimes, more often than not, you'll see the times be faster here after the control centers had their hands on it.
And here come Matthias Klima and Jack Jordan for heat number 5 in the standing block chop.
This is a big race here. It's going to be important for Matthias to stay smart in this chop and show his experience in standing block cutting, because he's good. And he has a tall job going against that big man over there, Jack Jordan.
Yeah, both of them have a very similar time in their personal best, though. And we know that Jack Jordan's incredible with an axe in the hand. I mean,
yeah, he's just been doing it his whole life, so you're going to see really fast decisions made by Jack and Matthias as well, I believe.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber.
Yeah, Matthias himself says it's his favorite discipline. So
1, go.
Let's find out.
Safe on the go for Matthias.
Nice, nice.
Wow.
Going good.
Jordan onto the other side of his block already. Does that look like a bit of a shortcut on that first side by Jack Jordan?
Yeah, it looks like he wanted to try to go for 6.
Oh, personal best 15.10 for Jack Jordan.
Gets it off
Matthias Klima
anyway.
gets it off in an 18.61.
And you see Matthias shake his head. I don't think he's going to be quite happy with the time. Maybe just didn't have the angles he quite wanted, and that's what happens in races like this.
Yeah, that's well off his previous personal best pace by about 2 seconds.
And the race between Braden Meyer and Jack Jordan is still on, because the worst that can happen to Jack is to become second in the standing block chop.
That's going to be third with Simon. You never know how he goes in this next race as well. It's going to be really impressive to see how those last spots check out here in the end.
Both cuts are good.
Nice.
And you see it there, 14.84. Unreal. He could have cut that faster. Like you said, he shorted the front a bit. I think he saw the guys before him go 8, and they had big fronts. He said, oh, I'm a big man. I know how to chop these. I'm going to get it done.
Let's do it.
And so this is Matthias to start. He a little late off the go. I think he just wanted to play it a bit safe for his first time on the stage here in the individual world championships. Whereas you see Jack going a little more aggressive, pulling that 6 out in the front and just trying to attack it in the back. Had to go a couple extra there because he did short that front, but the man has no trouble getting a log off, and you know, he's no stranger to these logs. So.
And this is his 3rd appearance at World Championships now, I believe.
Yeah, that's right, with a silver medal last year. So, you know, he's hungry for that gold, and he's proven it here. Top places in all the first 3 events. It's going to put, and you see the big miss hit from Mattias. Maybe just trying to get those last drivers, ducks his head a bit, and boom, the axe goes straight in. Just killer.
So 1 more heat, 2 more athletes, Simon Grönwald and Braden Meyer.
Get your popcorn, folks, because you're going to have a fast race coming up. It'll be interesting to see if they can beat that 14.84. If anyone can do it, I think these 2 are up for the match.
And Simon yesterday in the team competition was really, really impressive in the standing block chop.
Yeah, unreal. His best chop. He was 6 hits in the front, 5 hits in the back. I mean, that is on world record pace.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Look at those 2 beasts.
Beautiful chop in there.
Both to the second side quickly as these 2 guys really hammering away. I was a little bit lost in space watching these 2 guys go. Braden Meyer a 12.47 and Grönwald with a 14.98. That's definitely going to help Grönwald. He is sitting in 3rd place right now. Braden Meyer takes over the top spot again, so he'll get the 12 points out of this one, with Simon Grönwald taking 10 points home to the bank, and that means that Simon Grönwald is in a good position in 3rd place in the overall standings. Braden Meyer, Jack Jordan 1 and 2. And unfortunately, we're going to see a couple of guys get eliminated from the list here. We'll give you that update as soon as we get our overall standings coming up shortly.
Yep, and there it is. Simon did what he needed to do. He stayed in the race. He got his log off in a fast time there. And you're going to see him get some top points and be on the top of the leaderboard.
But Braden Meyer, seasonal best.
Just
I mean,
absolutely
he's just
destroying
performing.
logs today.
3 points up altogether now to Jack Jordan after those first 3 events.
I think he went into this saying, I'm going to win, and not only am I going to win, I'm going to try to beat that record, Matt Koger. And I think Matt Koger, a sigh of relief, says, I'm going to keep it this year, but he was coming for him. So he put a quick 6 in the front, I believe. Hard to see on the split screen there, but goes to the back and just absolutely attacks it. Tries to get it off in 5. You see that hit, almost get it. And that extra hit is going to miss a world record, but nonetheless get the win.
Again, some tremendous pictures from our camera crew.
Yeah, and you see there Simon, he just has a little short front. I looked earlier, and I did notice he draws his lines a bit narrower than most athletes, and it seemed to have him, well, I say struggle, but getting second with a 14.66. Imagine what he could have done if he opened those wood, right? It's unreal.
So you see Braden Meyer with a season's best, and that OC actually means oceanic record. I had to check that out myself because that's the first time that I'm seeing that graphic with OC. So that means that's the records between New Zealand and Australia's.
Got it, got it.
So there we see
Getting
our
a little
overall
knowledge
standings
today. I like it.
Yeah, there's the promised 3 points lead for Braden Meyer.
Yep.
As you can see on our smiles, we're really enjoying ourselves.
So good.
Matt, have you, I mean, yesterday was crazy in the team competition, but this individual world championship seems to go exactly the same direction with everything that you want. The drama, it's like, get your popcorn out, you know, this is entertainment.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. It's something we expected, right? We knew it was going to be close, but what we didn't know is that some of these guys are going to have little hiccups, and when they had the hiccups, it caused them to lose some points and going to have to fight back, right? We're talking about USA as one of those, and I'm looking closely there, as you guys know, so a little biased, but we'll see if he can kind of get his head right and attack these next ones, because I think he did squeak in. So,
well, Nate Hodges is sitting in 6th place at the moment, so he's into the next round. We're taking the top 8 athletes moving on to the next round for the single buck and the springboard, and we'll get to take a look at that and see how it officially works when we eliminate the bottom 4 guys from our list here.
The 2-meter-long cross-cut saw used for the single buck discipline is made especially for competition. A series of consistently patterned 10-centimeter-long teeth are cut with a laser on one side of the saw and then hand-sharpened. Saw teeth are divided into 2 types, cutters and rakers, just like on the old-school saws. The saw weighs about 5 kilos, and its base price starts at around 1,500 euros. Single buck. The single buck is a one-man saw about 2 meters long. With this, the athletes have to cut off a complete disc of a 46-centimeter thick wooden block. The perfect interplay between rhythm and strength is the key to success.
So here are our 8 athletes that have made it to the second round, and in Heat 1 it will be Marcel Dupuis taking on Koen Martens. We will see Nate Hodges against Matthias Klima in Heat number 2. Heat number 3 consisting of Emil Hansen and Simon Grönwald, and finally in Heat number 4 the 2 big favorites, Jack Jordan versus Braden Meyer.
Now, if you did see the points earlier on when we showed the overall rankings, Red McNoll in 9th place was tied in points with Marcel Dupuis, both of them having 16 points, and how they break that tie is the fastest times in the cuts. So unfortunately we won't see Red McNoll, Danny Martin, Pierre-Puy Barret or Mitch Perrin in the competition anymore, but we do want to continue with the next 4 heats here in our second round and the single buck, and this is one that Marcel Dupuis is quite adept in.
Yeah, and this is where it gets interesting. You're going to see double points here, and you're going to see these men having to power through this log. And trust me, it's not an easy event, and the wood's been a little bit grabby this year, so it's going to be interesting to see what Marcel can bring to the table. I know he has it in him. He's a strong single buck cutter, as well as Koen there, so.
Marcel's saw seems a little bit longer than Koen's.
Yeah, and these saws do range from, they're going to be using 6-foot saws anywhere to 6'6" even. So you're going to see some variance there, just based on techniques.
6 meters, 6 foot being 185.
Thank you, thank you.
3, I got you covered.
2,
here we go.
1, go!
Oh, great start by Marcel Dupuis, and we know he's strong in this discipline. And Koen Martens using the entire length of that shorter saw. It seems to be working for both of them, but look at Marcel Dupuis. Fantastic time, 13.24, and Koen Martens with a 16.74.
And that was the attack we needed to see from Marcel, being on the bottom there. So now the order of athletes will be based on their rank. So
in reverse order, though.
Yep, in reverse order. So you're going to see Marcel needing to fight for points here, and that's what he just did. 13, very respectable.
A not bad way of saying, hey, I'm still here. I'm still fighting. I
got this.
I want to be on the podium because it's still possible.
Absolutely.
Both cuts are good.
Should point out, too, that the single buck season's best is just shy of 12 seconds. So, you know, Marcel really not that far off that season's best pace with a 12.96.
Yeah, very impressive to go up there just first round and have no hiccups. He just look at the intensity. I mean, my goodness.
The beast from the east.
He
got started right away and kept it smooth the whole way through.
Yeah, with this starting system, they can kind of practice and get used to that start. Looks like he got a nice flow. He's just keeping all the teeth on the wood the whole way through.
Somebody should tell him to breathe.
And the intensity worked out for him. You can see the wood, it's nice and fresh. Looks like today might be a little bit different from yesterday with the wood, so maybe we'll see a little bit smoother cutting.
Well, we did have a lot of drama yesterday with the single buck. The misery whip, as you like to call it, Troy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just noticing as well, Marcel not wearing cleats today, and he has done most of the times in the past.
Yeah, this deck, this stage, it's a different one. So they put like some sand, so to speak, something grippy in the stage. So some athletes, you can't get your spike to necessarily dig as far in as you want to, whereas some other wooden stages, you can get that depth with your spikes. And so if they take them out there, surely they go out in the morning, they test both ways, and he says, hey, it's grippy enough. I got to go with the free feet and just hope that that's the right decision, right?
Well, it looks like Nate's wearing the spikes on in this choice, so we'll see if that is the advantage for him.
And that is heat number 2, Nate Hodges versus Matthias Klima.
Yep, and they will both wear spikes here. Try to get that good footing so they can get all the power on the saw they can. And it's interesting, they only have 1 minute to set this up, and let me tell you, as an athlete, you have to be focused. It is not easy to get one of those saws up there, get it straight, make sure that it is exactly where you want it. There is no rakers in the way. I mean, it is just a non-stop thought process that these guys are going through when they're setting these saws.
Now, we noticed yesterday that a lot of the athletes during the team competition were setting their saws a lot closer to the outside edge of the wood, and it caused problems on the bottom end of the cut near the final draw through, where they were breaking the cookie off, and there was a chip being left behind. And we're seeing here, Matthias, for instance, he's a little bit farther in, leaves him a little bit more material to cut, and draw against. Where's the thought process here?
Yeah, I think you could take it either way. Maybe they're trying to gain a speed advantage by going a little thinner, having a little bit freer of a saw.
3, 2, 1, go!
Sometimes it's not worth the risk. As you see here, these boys going a little bit thicker on their cuts. And the intensity from Nate Hodges having a nice smooth cut. Looks like Matthias is just having a little trouble moving that saw.
13:28 for Nate Hodges, and Klima gets there in 17:20. So Klima will be sitting in 4th right now. That is still not a bad time, but that's not a world-class pace.
Yeah, and I know Matthias has been training very, very hard for the single buck. He knew it was one of his weaker events and knew that he needed to gain some time there. Just looked like he just couldn't get it moving, couldn't get the same flow. Maybe it was a wrong saw choice. It just didn't suit that wood well. But Nate Hodges just coming in clutch. Sneaking into 2nd, I believe.
Both cuts are good.
That, of course, is what we want to hear. 2nd best time for Nate Hodges so far.
And you can see every 10th matters. Nate Hodges just out of 1st by 0.06. You breathe wrong and 0.06
and you
goes
lose
by.
those points. They just go down the drain.
So yeah, you're just going to see pure intensity and power. He has gotten very technical with the single buck and put a lot of cuts behind it. So you're seeing a pretty even stroke. He tends to short stroke it like you see Matthias doing there a bit. They just might not have their feet right, might not be extending those arms as much as they'd like to be. But for whatever reason, Matthias is just struggling a bit more through the wood. Saw going a bit slower. Still good strokes, just not quite as fast.
16 points up for grab for the top spot in the single saw, as well as in the springboard discipline, which is coming up next.
And here is our next heat. Heat number 3, Emil Hansen versus Shimon Grönweit. The 2 young guns, both in good reach for the podium at the moment. So this could be a vital one for both of them.
Yep, and Emil getting a silver medal there a couple of years ago. I know he's going to want to build on that performance, and he's been there, he's done this. And I watched him single buck this morning, and let me tell you, wasn't very many strokes, so it's going to be impressive.
Well, if he can pull out a full 16 points here, he'll have 40 points total, and that's going to put him in a good stead. So if he can have a really good fast run, he's going to set himself up nicely for the tree. And we know this is another discipline that his dad was excellent at, and you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree in this case.
Yeah, that's right. It's a family sport, and nothing like learning from your father. So he's going to put it to work here and hope for a smooth cut.
Athletes ready. Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
Beautiful start by Emil Hansen. You can see he's using the entire length of that saw. Simon Grunwald doing the very same thing. And both of these guys looking really good in their time here, getting to the bottom of the cut. Emil Hansen with a 13.25. Beautiful. That's a fantastic time. Not quite fast enough to beat Nate Hodges. And Marcel Dupuis sitting in third place right now. Maybe he will get into second place, but I kind of doubt it. Simon Grunwald with a 14.66.
Yeah, and you see just two completely different styles there, both effective, but Emil gets the win. And with the update, they move Emil right to first.
Really?
Shocking.
Both cuts are good.
And there it is.
Wow, that is a crazy update. So at the moment, Emil Hansen with the 16 points in his back pocket with one more heat to go. And those guys in the next heat, Jack Jordan and Braden Meyer, just a couple of little fellas that are going to be trying to battle their way through here.
Yeah, thanks, Emil, for making me look good when I told everyone how good you were going to be. But no, there's two different styles here. He's using power, short strokes, quick strokes, and then you just see perfect technique, precision. Every tooth is just doing its job, and that's enough to win.
At all.
Yeah, that's right. He's always on the wood, whereas you see this, the saw is coming up, down a bit too much. Just a little inexperience there. I know he'll look at this and work towards a better, more consistent stroke, but nonetheless, 14.43 will keep him in the middle of the pack and get the points that he'll need to stay up there. So.
All right, 12.91 is the time to beat us. We see that final little stick by Simon Grunwald, and that's exactly a result of that rocking that you were talking about when those teeth or those sweepers get hooked in the bottom of the wood.
Yeah, you got to be really careful there at the bottom. Less teeth on the wood, it causes hangs. You got to be really consistent, maybe even shorten up a little bit, but you know, you have to have experience to make those decisions so quick.
Talk about experience. Look at these two fellas. The two leaders at the moment, Braden Meyer and Jack Jordan. Let's find out what they can do on the single buck. You would have to favor Jack Jordan here, right?
Yeah,
theoretically.
Yeah, I would like to say that, yes, theoretically. The long length and power from Jack Jordan could prevail, but I have seen a lot of training videos there from Braden. He's been putting the time in, I can tell you that, and he's been listening to anything that will make him faster, and I think you're going to see a smooth cut from him. So
we do know that there are some absolutely fantastic single sawyers in both of these countries, Brad DeLosa for Australia being one of them, and you know that Braden Meyer's picking his brain left, right, and center coming into this competition to make sure, like you say, that he's really on point.
Yeah, having a world champion singlebucker as your second's not a too bad deal there, is it?
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go.
12.91, the time to beat to get those 16 points happening in one direction or the other. Let's see how these two guys go. Braden Meyer, Jack Jordan looking really good. Braden Meyer looking very fast at the bottom. Oh my goodness! Jack Jordan with an 11.36. Braden Meyer a PB with an 11.82. I'm going to leave it to the competition control center to make the adjustments before I say anything here, because those were blistering times.
Seasonal best and personal best.
Oh, under review. Wonder what we're looking at there for Jack.
Under review for
maybe
Jack.
The start. Little drama.
Jump start maybe. Oh, he's got
looking
some
for the
material
cut.
left at the bottom.
You see the. And if they can't break that with their finger, Troy, it's a no-go for Jack Jordan, and that is going to be absolutely disastrous.
That would mean a DQ for Jack Jordan. That is a massive amount of points to be losing here, because that would mean 0 points in this cut.
Yeah,
instead of 16.
Yeah, you just set a national record and
an oceanic record as well.
Oceanic record, and look what happens. So
now let's see.
Oh dear.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, after checking for incomplete disc, we've determined that both cuts are good.
So
he needed to see.
Jack Jordan holds on to that season's best oceanic record, and Braden Meyer will hold on to his personal best, 11:55, and both of these guys sitting atop of the single buck results, and that changes their standings. Oh no, it doesn't change their standings.
But that was a close call.
But it was a very close call.
Yeah, what a race here. Both with great smooth cuts, and you just see Jack bring in the sheer intensity here and just keeping that saw level and having no problem getting it off. And 11.28. My goodness.
And we're back to a 1-point game between these two guys.
Yep, he knows how to show up when the time matters.
I see what you mean with that little tab. That's the smallest tab I've ever seen in my life.
Yep, and all he has to do is cut just a little bit of it, and it's good enough for the judges. We got enough cameras here in 2025. I think they can figure it out pretty quick.
Yeah, we got more cameras than the city of London.
So here the results of our single buck competition, followed by the overall standing here at the Stihl Timbersports Individual World Championship 2025 in Milano, Italy. And as mentioned before, just 1 point between the two.
And Braden Meyer, who was in second place, now takes over the top spot again. Emil Hansen, solid third position right now. Look at where Shimon Grunwald is, fourth place right now. He's in a good spot, and he's still got the tree coming up, but this is a discipline that is going to separate the wheat from the chaff. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and this is the time for those guys, besides the first two, to make their move, because you look and they're 12 points back from second place. I mean, with double points is great and all, but you got to get rolling here. You're trying to pick up 12 points with only 2 events left. So
no more messing around.
Yeah, no more messing around, and this is a great event for that. One of the most technical springboards. So.
Yeah, you got to have it all in this event as well, and it can be so finicky for these guys because one small mistake, and you know, you're over a minute. And we looked at the times of these guys that are competing in the springboard. All of them have done the springboard in under a minute's time. So really, it's going to be a question about who can be consistent and fast in a very, very difficult discipline.
But can it get any better? You know, we're going into springboards, and
1 point
only
difference.
1 point between these two guys. If you want to know what's coming up, well, here's everything you need to know about the springboard.
Springboard. Springboard simulates the traditional way of felling trees, climbing up over thick roots. First, notches known as pockets are chopped into the log. 2 springboards are then anchored into these pockets. The athlete then climbs up to chop through a 27-centimeter thick block of wood in the fastest time possible.
So let's take a look at the heats here at the springboard. Marcel Dupuis versus Koen Martins. Then we have Nate Hodges against Matthias Klima. In Heat 3, we will see Emil Hansen take on Shimon Grönwald. And of course in Heat 4, the 2 big favorites, Jack Jordan from New Zealand and Braden Meyer, Australia. But let's get it started with Marcel and Koen.
So Matt, springboard. It's a funky discipline. Optimal situation, 4-hit pocket board in, 4-hit pocket board in, get working on that top block. Now, we've seen quick pockets in the past, but slow blocks on top. How do you pick up the pace when you get up top there?
Yeah, you have to have a good board. Like you said, you want to go 4 and 4, but these guys have to make that split decision and ensure they have a good top pocket, because you get on a board that's even below level an inch, and you instantly lose all your power, and you have trouble reaching your hits, and you start missing, and everything goes awry. So,
and you also have to step forward on the board in order to not over anchor or over tension that tooth that's in the pocket that you've made, correct?
Yeah, that's right, and that only makes for less power and more trouble. So.
And also one of the most difficult and dangerous disciplines when you think about it being 2 meters off the ground with that axe in your hand. If that top board slips out for whatever reason in the middle of a driver, you could be in real danger on the way down.
Yeah, absolutely, no joke. I've seen broken feet.
Athletes ready.
Cuts, everything. It's a dangerous event.
All right, well, let's keep an eye on the counts here on these pockets.
1, go!
So they said it was a bit firmer wood today. We're seeing no trouble for Marcel.
Marcel with a 4-hit pocket gets in there, and Koen Martin's up there as well. Marcel's personal best was around 49 seconds. Koen Martin's about 52.
Little mishit there. He's going to want to pick that top wood up to get a good strong board.
He's got to do a bit of house cleaning, but Marcel up like a cat onto that top board now. Looks like a pretty decent board. It's got a little bit of wiggle, maybe some slight sag. No, I can see it now coming down a little bit. Hopefully that tooth makes purchase as Koen Martin starts working on his top board as well. They seem to be chipping out pretty nicely. I don't think we're going to see any records here for these guys as they're just passing the 45-second mark, but Marcel Dupuis moving on to the backside of his, and he drops it in 50-50. Hey, 50-50 chance, right? So nice job, and Koen Martin's staying fairly consistent, just moving past the minute mark here as he moves on to the second side of that block. And again, so many things need to happen exactly right in this discipline, Matt, in order for it to really, really be happening.
And there's the celebration.
There's the Matthew celebration. He
Man.
heard you, and he gave it to you. Nice.
Yes, sir. He says, I don't have to win. I can still have fun.
And isn't that the point?
That is the point, and he does it the best. So good on him. And
he's made it to the top 8 again. I mean, that is tremendous.
It's unreal. He did tell me he had a bit of a tough training season, so it's great to see him just pulling it out and showing that experience.
Love to see Marcel Dupuis just jump up onto that second board like nothing. Looks so great up top.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah, and with Marcel there, you saw him standing on the clip, but it didn't affect him too much. 50 seconds flat, pretty quick time. Might show that the top blocks are a bit soft. It's good wood, good times. And as you said, Troy, there he's going to just go for a nice smooth 4 hits. Looks like he's missed a bit low, and he's just going to let it ride. Says, what chip? I'm light, I can do it. Marcel's gonna make sure his are sturdy, maybe a little bit bigger man there, so he's gonna do the work that he has to do to have a good board. Double set, didn't like what he was seeing in that pocket, and then instantly you see the discomfort when he's standing on that clip, but all goes well, he gets it done fast enough, and
still never ceases to amaze me that these guys that step forward on the board because they're not feeling as comfortable like you mentioned still have the power in their upper body. They're not being able to use that back leg to push off and rotate their hips and power through. They're just using their arms more or less. It's still a good time. It's incredible.
Yeah, maybe that's why the nickname comes Beast from the East, right?
Beast from the
there
East.
You go. Using those strong arms to just get him through. And there we go, the best show in the house.
Oh, easy does it there, buddy.
Bad show there, but hopefully we'll still be allowed to celebrate after this. But
yeah, new rule: no celebrating on the top board until you can get down. And yeah, we haven't said anything all night long, but we should point out that we have the best stage crew here.
Yes, indeed.
And their role isn't just to make the place clean. Their role is also very important because any leftover slough or chips that are on the ground there can cause damage if somebody slips when they're trying to set a pocket or when they're cutting a standing block or anything like that. So a big thank you to our stage crew who do such an incredible job.
Yeah,
yeah, it really is amazing, and safety is the most important thing in these races, right? We don't want to see anybody getting hurt up there, and just the fact that they can get it done so fast and so efficiently, but still manage to keep everything safe. It's just great to see.
I mean, the development of the athletes has been tremendous, but also of this team.
Yeah.
Every competition, they get better and better. They get faster and faster. And of course, for you athletes, that's also something great because you can focus on what you want to do and what you need to do.
Yeah, makes it easier for everyone.
And the other thing that's really amazing to me this time around too is the time that they're taking to set up the trees has been like cut into quarters. We've never seen them set the trees up this fast between heats. It's amazing.
And the crowd loves it.
I think the Italian crowd's got them pumped up, huh?
So Nate Hodges versus Matthias Klima.
Nate's got a really respectable time with 41.26.
And he needs to perform now if he still wants to get on the podium this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him cut under 40 before, and he's going to need it here, that's for sure. If he wants to make it to that hot saw round, I think
he can make everything possible in the hot saw, but
any mistakes there. So, and Matthias, same thing. We'll just see if he can get a smooth run for a first time being on this stage. I know he's been practicing a lot on his springboard. So,
Walt Page setting the current world record a couple of years back there at 35.43, which to me is still. It's like a gong show in my head thinking about the guy climbing up there and cutting through that, that amount of time. It's madness.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, missed a little low there for Nate. He's going to have to go retake that, and he does, and just gets up smooth. Yep. Matthias having clean pockets here, doing exactly what he needs to do, and up smooth he goes.
Matt just looking really, really good. Nate Hodges quicker on that second board as he's going to take that power to the top block now, and Matthias Klima will get going on that top block, and it looks like he's got a real nice board, nice angle, maybe a little bit too steep, putting him in a bit of an awkward position for those cuts, and Nate Hodges' board is about as good as it gets.
Look at the pace.
Yeah, he's going to really keep the pace on it, chop all the way through 3/4 of the way, and try to get it sliced off back. He's losing a bit of wood there, Matthias, in the far side. That might make it a little tough to get this log drove off, but
oh my goodness, oh no, could that be a problem
it?
with wrenching here now for Nate Hodges?
Yeah, I see that, but I think he will be all right. We'll see what the judges have to say about that, but there's nothing you can do when the fibers break, and it's just unexpected. But they will certainly be reviewing that, I can guarantee it.
Yeah, they're going to head over to the Competition Control Center for a quick view of that one. You know that...
didn't see a flag, though.
I didn't see a flag, but very often they'll get a call from the Competition Control Center.
And they should.
If they want to, double check that, because wrenching, which is twisting of the axe, is absolutely grounds for disqualification.
Oh, and there's the flag.
Okay, there we go.
So we're going to take it to a review.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, he can't gain any advantage by moving the axe in any way that's not a severing blow.
Yeah.
So if he is not hitting the log and he is moving that axe, he will get in trouble for it. So.
But it almost seemed like to me that the axe drove in, got stuck, then it broke off. It's not as though he physically wrenched it. It was like the momentum of the axe is what happened on the cut through. So.
And I think that's what you'll see here, that axe just stuck to the top of the log. He just didn't place that hit right, and so his axe stuck there. And that's where you're going to see the fibers just kind of break with it.
So I really hope for Nate's sake that this is not a DQ, because that would more or less be the end of his night.
Yeah, that's right.
We've seen so many close calls, and all of them went well.
Yeah.
So
fingers crossed, folks.
This should not be any different, I hope.
See if there was a possible wrenching on this stand A, Nate Hodges. We determined that his axe got stuck, and both cuts are good.
There you go.
And a sigh of relief.
Yeah, big time for us here as well.
So you're looking at second place. There's where the every second counts. Marcel just taking the lead there by about half a second. So
it ain't much.
I'll show you the half a second right here. When he misses this third hit, he's going to have to retake it, and that's a second. So
crazy. That's crazy.
Yep, he just hits that a bit low. I think he just rushed it a bit. Probably saw the wood was good and wanted to get that 4 hits in as fast as he could, get up there. Matthias with a beautiful run right under a minute. love to see it from his first time on the stage.
This is something that we're seeing a lot more for the European athletes as well, because they haven't been busy with the springboard as much as maybe the North Americans or the Australians or the New Zealand athletes. And it's getting better. It's getting better. We're seeing more times dropping below the minute mark, below the 50-second mark. So this is a good thing.
Yeah, they're traveling the world. They're figuring it out.
Yeah,
it's great to see. And that's right. He sure is. And it's just great to see him get under a minute and do what he knows he can do. And I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. And yet, you see a little glance there too. Another second gone by Nate Hodges. Should have been easily under 50 seconds there in the high 40s. And he just had a few things just go wrong for him. So
yeah, and he was trying to get the axe out to make that final cut, and that's when it came off. And this is the reason why they said it was stuck, no wrenching, so the fair cut. So that's at least good for him. And that means at the moment he's got 14 points to add to his total. And you'll see the judges discussing things in detail in the middle there, just to make sure that they're both on the same page and making sure that they feel things are fair.
As we still have 4 more athletes competing in the springboard. Next 2 coming up, Emil Hansen and Simon Grönwald, both looking for a place on the podium in this competition. I don't know, Simon shouting something? Can't see it from here, but these two, of course, know each other pretty well. Even though springboard is not a competition where they've had to compete against each other many times, Troy.
Yeah, Shimon, you know, obviously his first go around here at the World Championship for individual. It's going to be fun to watch him, because you know he's been working on this, and this is something that a lot of these guys, knowing they're going to come into this situation, are are going to be battling hard to try and make sure that they have this discipline on lock.
Yeah, and when I say Shimon was shouting something at the judge, he doesn't seem to be happy with the tree.
He's going to stand down, it looks like.
Well, what could that be, Matt? Any idea?
I have no idea from this, but he does look visibly frustrated.
Maybe it's not his tree?
Yeah, maybe it's not where he is supposed to cut. Without any audio here from the inside, we're not going to know until they get to it. He doesn't like the chain. Maybe he doesn't think it's as sturdy as it should be, and that is key in this event. If you have any wiggle of that tree, you're going to lose time in it.
No, I think he's going backstage to find his
tree.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Wrong tree. Yeah.
But he immediately saw that.
I think we gave him a jinx there, maybe, saying, such good things about those.
It's not his tree, and I kind of understand where he's coming from, because they clear off the bark from the front of the tree in order to be able to cut their block or their pockets into, and you know, if it's not the way he planned it and it's not the way he set it up beforehand, you know, why wouldn't you complain, right?
Yeah, different height people cut at different lengths, so you absolutely can't cut on other people's pockets.
And he immediately saw it.
Yeah,
you know,
it would mess up. You use different crowns. Yeah, he probably looked from afar like, no, please. Yeah.
And I saw him shouting, so that was a bit surprising. But like you mentioned before, in the off-season, that's where you practice exactly to be on top of your game at the springboard. And we have a very special off-season teaser for you now. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to watch, and just see how these different athletes train and prepare themselves. You know, multi-sport training is always a good idea. A lot of athletes in the past, including one of the greatest hockey players in the world, has said in the summer he couldn't wait to put his skates away and play baseball. And his father was absolutely in agreement. Walter Gretzky was one of the smartest, we'll call him sport management guys in the world. He knew exactly how to keep his son motivated for, you know, being the best in the world, and doing other sports on top of training specifically for your sport really makes a lot of sense.
And behind you, we can see that Simon is finally getting his tree. Imagine being in that situation,
Oof.
Matt.
Yeah, talk about a rookie on a stage wishing they would have got that one right.
You can, you see by his stance, he's not that happy, but maybe...
Let's see some aggression from him. And
I was just going to say, a match Simon Grunwald is probably very dangerous.
So he's got to pack this away now, though, and concentrate on what he has to do on the block, because that aggression, yeah, go ahead, cut angry, but you got to really be aware, because this is not a time when you got to freak out.
Yeah, you don't want to see any mishits here. Two strong choppers. We'll see what they can bring to the table.
Hopefully this didn't put Simon off his game too much.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think once you get on that minute time frame there, you just kind of snap back into it. You just do your thing you've trained and hope the training takes over.
But it really is true. You know, you have your routines, and when your routine gets interrupted because the wrong tree has been put in place for you, that can mess with your head. So that's where being mentally strong is so important. So he made a point. He got his tree out there, and now he's got to do his job.
But maybe it does the opposite, you know, which I would guess with Simon Grunwald. I think he was so focused
athletes ready
yesterday, and
to your timber.
I think we're going to see something really good coming from him now.
1, go!
Yeah, I mean, you can't train to become an Olympian eventually and not be able to be mentally strong to you know, be able to battle through minor mistakes. And here you can see he's obviously focusing on what he needs to do. Emil Hansen got that second pocket set, boards in place, and he's moving up to the top. Simon Grunwald not that far behind him. That's a pretty steep board. Hopefully that board takes a nice purchase when he gets in there, and he can really start to go to work on top.
That's great.
Wow! Look at the chips flying off that top block for Emil Hansen, though. Looks like he may have a good time, and Simon Grunwald using the entire length of that board, really doing a good job. So it doesn't seem to have affected him all that much as he switched to that awkward angle and starts cutting from the other side. And wow, new national record for Simon Grunwald. And a national record for Emil Hansen as well.
Oh, these boys.
Whoa, two fantastic cuts, and right there, you saw some incredible action from both of these gentlemen.
Yeah, wow, you got a lot going on here. You got a first boards, you got a good and a bad from the two athletes, and then they sorted out on the top, and man, just hit for hit every time.
44.65 and 44.83, a national record for each of these young men, so that is fantastic.
But what a great finale from Simon, because he was behind Emil, and then somehow he just turned it around.
Yeah, he's got
both
so
cuts
much
are good.
Yeah, we'll see it on the replay, guys, as Emil had a bit of trouble, just like Nate Hodges did, getting that axe out on that second to last blow. And unlike Nate Hodges, his block didn't come off, so he had to go for that extra hit, and that was all that mattered for Simon to take that lead. So you just see those unfortunate things happening every now and again. Will put you back a place or two. But beautiful pocket here by Emil. He gets up. Same as Simon, he's not so sure about that pocket.
He questioned that one. You saw it right away.
Yeah, he gets up in 4, but survives it, we say. You see it about to fall out, but does what he needs to do, and that's all that matters. They both get up on good boards. It makes it a little tough to get on that board for him. But Emil, just beautiful front there. Just a bit of trouble driving it off in the back.
And I mean, that tells you a lot about Simon's power and his abilities. You know, didn't really have a great bottom board. Took him a little bit longer to get up onto that second board, and still managed to get a great time and come from behind for the win in this one here.
The best time so far.
Best time so far. Wow. There are still 2 more athletes to go in our final heat, and Jack Jordan and Braden Meyer coming up. But I don't know. I mean,
it's going to be
we'll
tough.
See. It's going to be a real tight battle for those 2 guys when they come out, because their Braden Meyer's personal best is pretty insane, actually. 36.84. Jack Jordan's, though, a 49, just a little bit, you know, a little bit more than what we're seeing Simon and Emil at the moment. So this could be a deciding factor.
Yeah, the race of big and bigger.
Yeah, and I mean, Braden Meyer is not a small man, and the fact that he can do that on the tree, it's just, I mean, he's a cat.
Yeah, you got to remember these guys have been chopping since they were little babies. I watched Braden's son this year chop, and he's only 3 years old with a real axe standing on an underhand.
Way.
So they get real axes in their hands young, and they know how to use them. So you're going to see these guys, despite their stature, let's say, get up there like cats. Come on, you're not going to give me a meow?
No, you're not going to get it. Sorry. I'm leaving you alone on that one, buddy.
Cold.
Ice cold.
Yes, ice cold.
Yeah, it is going to be tough for them. 44.65. Very, very quick.
And so important now because there's only 1 point between those two athletes. So
yeah, with the double points, it's going to be a very important race here for the overall standings leading into that hot saw. And with the triple points in the hot saw, it's looking like only a 1 point difference. If we'll see if they can stay close to each other in these rankings. If they don't, you'll see the points split up and crazy things happen.
Well, I think it's safe to say we're going to see Emil Hansen and Shimon Grunwald.
Athletes ready.
In the next round, along with Marcel Dupuis and Nate Hodges.
2, 1, go.
We'll see.
Nice smooth starts by both of these.
4-hit pocket for Jack Jordan there as he gets up onto that first board.
Yep, being extra sure about that top pocket. He goes 6 hits and knows he's going to be good and gets up there. But Jack,
look
taking
at the
that early
confidence
lead.
of him, though. Unbelievable. Braden Meyer, the confidence of that guy is just insane. He looks so solid up there as he starts working on that top block. Jack Jordan also really, really close to switching to that other side, which he does right now. And Braden Meyer.
44.65 is the time to beat.
Personal best, season's best by Jack Jordan. He absolutely obliterated his previous best time. 39.31 for Jack Jordan. A 42.91 for Braden Meyer. Two incredible times here, and those two move to 1 and 2 respectively in the springboard. Wow.
And they switch positions again in the overall, and it's going to be
my goodness.
What a race.
A 1 point race before we go into the hot saw. This is crazy.
And Nate Hodges is going to make it to that hot saw round as well.
Whew. I never underestimate this guy in the hot saw.
Holy smokes, folks, that was madness.
Oh, it doesn't get much better than this.
Yep,
So
exactly.
a couple of oceanic monsters there who have just proved their weight in gold, literally on
Cuts are good.
the tree.
Yep, and they both did exactly what they needed to do. Jack Jordan taking the lead by a point, and Braden Meyer not allowing anyone to get between them, causing an even bigger gap. So now we kind of go into hot saw madness.
That's a nice way of saying it, Matt. That's perfect. We're going into hot saw madness.
So beautiful pocket there by Braden. Jack Jordan was just a hit ahead the whole time. He made a beautiful pocket. I think they both went for 6 on the top, but Jack was just moving a bit faster and got looks like about a 3-hit lead there. And that's all he needed to take it home.
So 18 points separate Emil Hansen in 3rd place with Jack Jordan in 1st place at the moment. 19 points separate Shimon Grunwald in 4th with Jack Jordan in 1st at the moment. So that being said, looking at the hot saw, and I'm not going to even try to attempt the math on it.
No, please don't.
Both Jack Jordan and Braden Meyer are in excellent positions, failing absolute devastating situations where they both get DQ'd here, which would leave the door wide open for Emil Hansen, Shimon Grunwald to try and get to the top spot of the podium. Unlikely it is. It's always a possibility.
And you could always see it like Jack Jordan, Braden Meyer only 1 point apart, and Emil Hansen and Simon Grönwald only 1 point apart.
Correct.
So many things still possible. Here we have the final results of the springboard competition, and this will add up to the following, which is the one that we are really looking forward to, the overall standing.
Just one switch there between Grönwald and Hansen. We will lose Matthias Klima and Koen Martens at the bottom of the list, taking our top 6 athletes. And as I mentioned, Nate Hodges does make it into the mix, but with 33 points, it's going to be a difficult road for him to get to the top there, if it's even possible at all.
With, I was about to say, unfortunately, with only 18 points, I can't say I'm the best at math, but I'm looking at the math and it ain't mathin'.
Seems like you're okay with that calculation, though, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do. He just set a world record in the U.S. Championship, so now he has no pressure. Let's see if he can maybe set another one.
And he'll be the first guy to cut as well, so they'll take the guys in reverse order for the hot saw. We could kind of hear in the background the saw is being warmed up, and these things are
I've never
monsters.
enjoyed looking at Troy more than today because we can see the hot saw warm up happening in the background, and we can actually hear it in our studio. No, this is
yeah, it's shaping up to be an exciting finish for sure. It's looking like Jack Jordan and Braden Meyer there are going to be fighting it out there for that top spot, but the next 2 podiums are up for grabs here, and it's looking like it's anybody's game there for third. So,
and the level of competition, it's everything we wished for. You know, we have the youngsters, you know, in the mix, and we have Jack Jordan and Braden Meyer, you know, just 1 point separated as we go into the hot zone.
That's right. They're just working on pure perfection today, it seems like, just pulling ahead of the crowd, but everybody's bringing their A game, and you're seeing everything switch up, and it's just a great contest so far. So,
and of course, we love to say the hot saw is the maker or the breaker.
It is the best event. Let's be serious.
This is the one and only discipline where the athletes are alone on stage.
Yeah, probably the most important event, but yeah, also the most frustrating.
These saws are so incredibly powerful and dangerous.
Usually the hot saw is the slider. Hot saw, hot saw. Like I can't describe to you when we're out there under pressure.
Starts well, first disc looks solid, cut is good.
You know, you're always ending the competition on a hot saw, so you know where you're going to be at when you finish. So you're either at a real big high or just is what it is.
Nice clean cuts, easy, relaxed.
Hot saw is a love-hate for me. I honestly don't get that much enjoyment out of it. I'm not a motorhead. I swallow my pills and eat it.
Once the competition comes, anything can happen. Oh no, a false start by Sterling Hart. What a disaster.
Yeah, it was a disappointment for me. Happens though, it's part of competing.
I saw there's 3 good discs there, but then they let that nose come right up underneath the crossover line.
Unfortunately, a disqualification.
It all relies on the hot saw.
It went good up until the hot saw. I disqualified, I cut across the line. Yeah, there was a bit of interference, I feel like, in a big pressure situation, you know.
What are you taking away from this event?
Oh, probably last place. I don't know, headache. Yeah, shit hot saw. What else do you want?
If you have bad luck or if you did wrong, it's part, just your experience.
Oh my goodness. What an absolute disaster. The chain came off.
I was not disappointed because everybody see that I can be with the guys in front.
It was a bit of a disaster, so it was just operator error, and I didn't perform as well as I would have liked to.
Nice safe cut.
Oh no! Oh no!
Never prepared for that situation, but luckily it started and I got 3 wheels and now I'm the world champion.
Yeah, it's the make or break event, you know.
I think you love it and you hate it.
Das ist eigentlich immer ein geiles Ding. Ich
schneide immer sehr sicher.
Hodges super quick away from the wood. Every competitor in 30 timber sports countries around the world is watching on the live stream saying, I cannot believe what I just saw.
Let's try to make 3 good cuts and no disqualification.
The hot saw is where it's all one, so that's the best event.
So let's find out everything about tool and discipline. Here we go.
These custom handmade race-tuned machines are built for maximum power and precision and to cut the wood as fast as possible in a competition. They are built with a 60 to 80 horsepower single-cylinder 2-stroke engine, often taken from a snowmobile or high-powered motorbike. The hot saw can weigh up to 30 kilograms and its chain rotates at over 250 kilometers an hour. The cost of a competition hot saw used in Stihl Timbersports is upward of 6,000 euros. Hot saw. For the hot saw, power saws are called into action and the athletes have a space of 15 centimeters to cut 3 complete discs off a 46 centimeter thick wooden block.
So here we have 6 heats in the hot saw. Of course, the athletes are on stage all by themselves now. And we have the crazy situation that Jack Jordan and Braden Meyer only separated by 1 point, and Emil Hansen and Simon Grönwald also only separated by 1 point. That means we have a race for gold, whoever is faster between, for bronze with Emil and Simon, whoever is the faster one. And the same with Jack and Braden. Whoever has the faster time will take home the golds. And our top 6 are going to be on stage now, and that means Nate Hodges, the reigning world record holder in hot saw, is going to be first to go out, and we have a hot seat.
And the reigning world champion as well. Unfortunately, 99.99% we won't see him atop the podium today, so he's just going to try and get as good a cut as possible because there are also points up for grabs for the overall standing worldwide. So he's going to have a clean
He could
and good
theoretically
cut.
still claim bronze.
Saw. Theoretically, mathematically, yes, but that's going to be some Chinese math right there.
Well, if there's somebody that can play with that Chinese math, it's going to be Nate with this saw. So,
Yeah. Well said, well said.
Yeah, you're looking at a massive, I believe, 430 cc saw, almost 100 cc's more than any saw you'll see out here today. Hence why he has the world record. He's finally getting comfortable with that saw, and that's a scary thing.
That is a scary thing, yeah. With all that power, and the ability to control that power is just, for me, that's an incredible feat.
Yeah, it's a mastery, honestly, and it's taken him years to do. A lot of heartache along the way, but he figured it out. It'll be exciting to see what he can do with it. Has to go through all his checks. Oil on.
That engine looks like a Mad Max tool.
Stand to your timber.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Boom.
Oh,
no.
Not his day today, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
820 for Nate Hodges. Big cutout on that second cut, and we do have a flag on the play, so maybe he took too much material away and cut the line.
Yeah, and I believe that third disc is also incomplete. I'm not sure that he got it fully, but yeah, that line is completely gone. When you're trying to go for a record and you got nothing to lose,
yeah, you got to go for it.
Sometimes these things happen.
Yeah, and it's the only thing you can do in that situation.
Okay, after review to see if there is a cut line, we determined that the line was cut, disqualification.
Oh, that is a gut punch for Nate Hodges. I mean, you know, after the world record at the U.S. Championships earlier on this year, and not being able to really defend the title here, he is out, and that's a bummer. Let's look at this again.
Yeah, he and the power of this motor just pushes him back there on that upcut, and he goes a little bit thick. Not enough room to fit that last one in, and when you have a powerful saw like that, they're just so hard to control there on the top. So if you're not in your flow, you're going to struggle.
And I mean, 15 centimeters is not a lot of real estate for making
Yeah,
those
a little
cuts.
thick on that first one, and it sets you up for failure. You just have a nice switch, though. Good recovery. If he just didn't get pushed back, that bottom foot just coming up off the ground, he barely holds on, but it doesn't give him a good grounding to get that bar in between the line there.
But it was all or nothing, and I completely understand.
You gotta admire his gumption going for it here, but it bit him this time, unfortunately.
So no medal this year for the still reigning world champion. So who's next up? It's going to be Marcel Depuis. Shall we do our maths again?
Yeah, another guy trying to long shot fight his way into that podium.
On 34
Maybe he
now,
drank some
with
maple syrup
points.
before this.
Yeah, would be 52. So if Emil and Simon both get a DQ, for instance.
Yeah, and Marcel usually cuts pretty secure. He's very, very consistent, as we've seen today. You mentioned this actually, Floaty, how his consistency is really a game changer. You know?
Oh, and it was impressive seeing him in the training camp in Switzerland. He's super calm, super consistent, very focused. And he's in the top 5 of the Stihl Timbersports World Championship 2025, so
looking a little bit like Santa Claus right now. 5:43, holding the national record for Canada. That is an impressive time as well.
Yeah, he's had a lot of work with that motor, and he's very consistent. So I expect to see a nice smooth run from Marcel. Might also get a wild hair and try to go for it here. Why not?
I can't see Marcel, you know, getting outside of his own skin in this one.
Right.
I think he's just going to try and go for a nice, clean, consistent cut, get the time on the board, and see where the chips fall.
And put the pressure on the boys.
Yeah. No problems on the warm-up.
These really are Mad Max machines. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's a process to get these things ready and running efficient, that's for sure. So shout out to all the hot saw builders out there, and it's an amazing thing.
30 seconds.
So best of luck, Marcel.
Yep, checking his tether, checking that oil, making sure it's all right, making sure the feet are right. Gonna put those hands up, and it's all history after that.
Athlete ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, nice cut. Bit of a tag on the top.
Yeah.
Hopefully that disc is secure. A 6:17. That's a solid time.
Yeah, great recovery.
Yeah.
Unreal recovery.
But that last disc looked super
That
thin.
ran away.
Yep.
Yeah, and it looked
ran away on
super
him.
thin.
Yeah, right off the start, it looks like his saw kind of jumped up a bit on him. He just couldn't get that back throttle and get control on it fast enough. And
But with all that routine,
just, yeah, overcame it and then just hammered down.
Yeah. So that's the time to beat, 6:07. Looks like we're going to have a good cut.
Your cut is good.
So Marcel, as usual, staying consistent, got himself a safe time of 6:07. That's what the guys have to work on now.
Yep, and we see him move up to that unofficial podium spot there. So did all that he could do here. Just a little bit got away from him there on the start, but he got lucky. And
this last cut, though, is amazing. Just bang.
Just
right
gets
in there.
it right in. Yeah, sometimes when you hold that full throttle out and just let it all ride out, it's almost better. Oh, so thin on that far side. He was playing on the edge there, but gets away with one.
Wow. That last one was also super thin. Thin to win, though, right?
Yeah, he came to race. I don't know. I like to say thicker's quicker.
Maybe in the hood.
Yeah. No, there is something to that with the thinner discs, is just less tension on the wood. So they do tend to be quicker, but with these hot saws and the power they have,
it's not really going to matter, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean, we're talking about thin to win really when we're dealing with the stock saw or perhaps the single buck.
Yeah, absolutely.
But then, you know, you have to take that margin of error with the single buck, as we saw earlier.
So if Shimon gets a time now and not a DQ, he will be the first athlete to sit down on a hot seat.
Simon is actually, I believe,
but with 18 points, he would be 63. Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Only
like
silver possible.
That's not perfect, but
no. You're right. You're right. With Emil, it's the first. Yeah, but it's not gonna.
And for his first,
he's not gonna
here,
sit down on. Yeah, it's fantastic.
My God, yep. He has a long career ahead of him after he gets done through his Olympic stint, I've heard. So I'm excited for him.
.704 PB. Can he beat that here today? Look at that beast he's playing with, huh?
Yep, this is the first Wankel of the day you're going to see. And I know that might sound funny, but that is what it's called. It is a Wankel motor.
I love the sound of the Wankel motor, so, eh?
Yeah, they
Deep,
are
throaty
bad.
growl.
That's right. Yeah, it sounds like you got a drag racing car up here. But I can assure you they are the smoothest running saws. Believe it or not, they might be the loudest, but they are smooth.
Warm up your saw.
It sounded like it was popping a bit there, hey?
Yeah, these Wankels have just a different sound to them. They have a limiter, and so on that top end, without any pressure through the wood, they do sound a bit funny, but the guys that are running them are very in tune to that. They know what they're listening to, and so he's happy with it. And
I'm also interested to see the different styles, because the first two saws we've seen had quite a steep angle on their sit position, and here it's basically parallel to the ground.
yeah, you see a different balance saw here, a little bit thicker bar too, and you can see that play in with the switches. He might have to come out a little bit further, so but those are the kind of bars they have to run on these saws. So it just is a matter of what saw you have, and you just have to go with it.
Ready.
Simon fighting for a medal at his first World Championship.
1, go!
Good.
Good start. Good. Beautiful.
Oh, it's good time, 7:20. Not as fast as Marcel. And we do have a cookie cut that's cut out, so we might see a DQ here, unless they can puzzle that thing back together. What looks like it's going to be okay. Rich Hallett grabbing the pieces right there. Jacek Grunwald looking on. Yeah, I'd be nervous as a dad as well.
Right, a long day for him watching his son out there. But it's over now. Good cuts, I believe.
I hope so.
Your cut is good.
Beautiful.
So Shimon is right now in the bronze medal position.
Exactly.
Let's see how long that lasts.
Yeah, it was just a nice, safe run. He did what he needed to do for a rookie coming out here, maybe with limited experience in the hot saw. He did what he needed to do, and that's pick up the saw, be nice and smooth. Just take your time on those transitions. You see it push back even for a strong guy like him. He overcomes it and just slams it on the third.
Nice. And
Great.
you could see,
Great job.
You could see the potential in this young man. I mean, even before he's ever picked up a saw, You can see the potential with the axe in hand, with the single saw, and with the stock saw. So he's only going to get better, which is a scary prospect for all the guys that are out there now.
Yeah, that's right. He is a gifted athlete, that's for sure. Needs to get some weight down on those feet for this hot saw. He's looking a bit jumpy, but the experience will show him that, and I think he's going to be up for it in the next coming years.
I think so too. I don't think it's going to be long before we see him on the top of that podium, and Jacek holding on for dear life with his breath.
What a shot.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
The top 3 coming up here at the Stihl Timbersports Individual World Championship 2025.
Yeah, it's been interesting so far. Let's.
It's been interesting.
It's been interesting so far. Tale of understatement today.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, Shimon Grunwald's cut. I like it, and like we were talking about, this kid is a gifted athlete, and there's going to be a long history of sad faces from, the old school athletes that are out there competing against him as he starts to gain that experience and becomes better and better and better.
Yeah, that's correct. And now I'm live. That's correct. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he does in future years, as well as Emil here. He's still really young.
Yeah.
And he's been a silver medal finalist, and he has a chance
to do it
here to do it again, be on that podium. So he's showing some consistency now, and that's what I like to see from athletes that I'm, seeing how they're going to do, and they're impressing me today.
All right, so next up is going to be Emil Hansen. He's got the pedigree. We've seen him struggle a little bit with the saw in the past. He's great with the saw last year. A nice solid run. Let's see if he can pull that together today and really nail one down. And it's about now to see if he can apply a little bit of pressure on the other guys that are going to come after him with a really solid time.
Yes, and another guy using the Wankel motor there, and he was looking pretty fast in the back there on those warm-up cuts. Saw was running smooth, so it'll be exciting to see.
I think I'd use a Wankel motor just because of the name
Yeah,
and the way it sounds.
Cool, doesn't it?
So again, a personal best there that is absolutely respectable, more than respectable. A 5.44 is quite an incredible time.
And I think he did have a bit of trouble in his individual, the Sweden competition there in his national championship. So I'm sure he's put the training in from then to now to kind of smooth things out.
You know it. It's quite interesting. It's a strange phenomenon.
Warm
You
up
see
your
the
saw.
guys lifting the saw when it's dry and off, and it almost seems like they struggle more to lift it when it's not running, and it's because I always think, oh yeah, those motors moving and everything's shaking and baking, and you got to control that saw while it's live and angry. It almost seems like it flows better when it's like that.
Yeah, absolutely. It brings that adrenaline factor in, and when you have that, those things are seemingly light. But yeah, on that warm-up, it's just to get your feet right and make sure everything's good. But certainly you're right about that. It is difficult to pick those things up.
So you
Hopefully
say.
no trouble starting that saw now.
It's a big man. Yeah, a little bit of trouble there at the beginning, but that's hot saw. He's a good enough technician to figure it out in time, and looks relatively calm, so.
Athlete ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, good start. Oh no. He got that bar a little bit too far into the wood there. Didn't make a complete cut. Hansova, keeping an eye on it. Yes, he knows.
Yeah, so we're seeing a theme here. It's looking like everybody's getting kind of pushed out, and manhandled around a bit on that upcut.
Maker and a breaker. Is that, does it make a difference because he went down 3 times instead of going up, down, up, down?
Yeah, that is not a rule anymore. So as long as he attempts the 3 cuts, a down, an up, and a down, he can finish however he wants. So it is completely legal there. But yeah, just getting pushed around a bit.
Your cut is good.
So Emil Hansen with an 8.70, and I think we'll see in the replay, and you can pick it apart as well, Matt, that when he goes on the upcut, the tip of the bar just disappears into the wood and he doesn't complete the upcut, so that's why he's got to go for those 2 down cuts.
Yeah, that's right. And with this harder, fresher wood here in the hot saw, you're seeing everybody get pushed back.
Oh, yeah.
Significantly. Yeah, and everybody's recovered until now, and that's what happens. You just don't nip that fiber in the far, and you don't realize it till it's too late, have to go back for it, and you're going to lose.
And that, of course, means Shimon Grünwald has a bronze medal.
There you can see it's...
Got to be happy with that.
Oh, yes.
I mean, first timer, yeah, I would say you could be happy with that. Came close to the line on the bottom of the cut as well, really close. One more angle.
And it did look like maybe that chain was going a bit slower than the last couple of heats, so maybe that's something he looks to this next year to try to speed some things up a bit.
Yeah, what really pushed him back, didn't it? He wasn't ready with that back foot.
Just wasn't prepared. There's a lot of factors that go into it, and could have been the chain, could have been the hard wood. But yeah, just couldn't keep his feet on the ground.
I wonder if he could have saved a bit of time by finishing off that cut and then transitioning for an upcut. Maybe that would have been another problem for him, though.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you start running out of wood fast when you get out there.
And now we're ready to find out who's going to take home gold from Milano. Either this man or Jack Jordan.
In 2019, Braden Meyer struggled to get that saw started, got it started, had a fairly slow cut, but by virtue of the sheer amount of points he had leading up to that, he got the World Championship title. Here today, he has 63 points, 1 point behind Jack Jordan. Now, we know that he's been working on it. He's going to have a consistent cut, hopefully. And if he does do that and he applies a bit of pressure, Jack has that advantage, though, of watching the whole thing pan out and knows exactly what he's going to need to do when he gets up on stage. So it's really up to Braden here to do a good cut and make sure that Jack is under immense pressure with his cut.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he decides here. Being a point behind, he does have to make 3 complete cuts to get that gold. So do you play it a little bit safe, get the 3 cuts, or do you just go for it?
Braden Meyer, he's going to go for it.
I was going to say, I don't know, man. I think Braden Meyer's going to definitely go for it. He doesn't seem like the type of guy that's going to want to sit on his laurels, you know? You didn't see that with the team competition yesterday, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to see it here.
And he's got silver for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want to leave anything out there on the table.
To try and reach gold. So
unless, of course, he DQs. Let's not forget that.
He's still going to have silver.
Yeah, it's certainly going to play on his mind. He's going to want to make those 3 cuts.
Correct.
So
sorry.
Oh, sometimes I got my maths right, but
me, never. Not a math guy.
A lot of mathing to do back here.
Yeah, I didn't know that was in the contract. Come on.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, good clean cuts by Braden Meyer.
Nice.
A 6.70 right behind Marcel Dupuis, and that puts him right now in 78 points in the lead. That means he'll go and sit on that hot seat for the moment, but Jack Jordan watched that, and now Jack's going to be under some serious pressure to cut better than a 6.70. And it's a personal, after adjustment, a 6.48 personal best. So it makes it even harder on Jack Jordan now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a world championship.
This is indeed.
Personal best respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
well done, sir.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this all shakes out. Now, nice smooth cut. He just had a little bobble there at the top, and I think if he does get beat, that he'll be looking back towards that. But after that, he just absolutely attacks it. He knows he has to get going.
Yeah, but how good were those cookies? I mean,
Just
three
thin
thin
and
ones on
beautiful.
the deck. I mean, that was fantastic targeting. Look at
Yeah.
this. A little tap.
Certainly.
What's that, about a 1.5-inch cookie? Same, consistent
guy
on the
has
second
so
one.
much power.
Absolutely clutch performance
Yeah,
there.
he turned it a little bit on the bottom of that last cookie, but you know, who's counting?
Yeah, yeah, and he's just doing what he needs to do, right? If you got to turn it in to get it complete cuts, then do that, get your points, and move on, and hope they mess up.
Can't say that I want to get her into a wrestling match in a dark alley with Braden Meyer, though. He has got so much power, it's insane.
Yeah, you don't see it pushing him around any. No troubles there. Just nice and smooth. Another day at the office for this man.
Bracing
and,
against his leg on that upcut, which is something that we didn't see Emil Hansen do.
Yeah,
We
absolutely
saw took
key.
control in that one.
Absolutely key. And he put the pressure on him.
All right, good job by Braden Meyer. He is now occupying that hot seat with one athlete still to go. And he's the only man that can really take it from him, and he just needs to have, you know,
a bit of time.
couple of 5, 8 seconds, 9 seconds. If he has a good clean cut, he should be fine.
And all Braden can do is wait here.
He needs at least third place speed of 7:04 in order to tie Braden Meyer at 78 points. No.
Yeah,
second.
he
He needs
yeah.
a second. He needs to have six.
He has to beat the 6.48
Yeah.
to take this home.
Again,
to bring
not
that
a
first
math
goal.
guy.
If he's faster than Braden Meyer, that's for
Then
sure.
that's
He wins it,
Yeah.
So 6.48 is the target.
Warm up your saw.
Running a very similar motor to Braden Meyer there, another 330 Honda. And 330 cc's is what I'm talking about. That's the power of the motor.
Oh, and look at the picture in the picture.
Having a bit of trouble clearing that out, but at least it got started.
There we go.
And pure intensity there on Braden Meyer's face.
Wow. Who's going to be our Stihl Timbersports World Champion 2025?
Will it be a repeat for Braden Meyer after 2019, or will it be Jack Jordan's first ever World Championship title? And that would make him one of the formidable Timbersports athletes, having three-peated in the trophy format and now potentially taking a World Championship title here.
Oh, can you feel the tension
Oh my goodness.
in the arena?
Hair standing on end.
And it's super quiet.
Athlete ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good start.
That should be it.
That's it. 6.30.
6.3.
Oh my God, a personal best for him as well. If those cookies stand up to the inspection, that means Jack Jordan will be your new world champion. Let's see if it's official. We'll wait until he comes down into the decision zone, and Rich Hallett will join him and let us know if it is in fact a good cut, but it looks like it's going to be okay.
Very much looks like it.
Yeah, super smooth run.
Your cut is good.
There it is.
Wow.
Jack Jordan with a
Smile come
6.30 cut. And excuse me, 6.16 after adjustment. So even better.
He knows it.
He is your new world champion. That is it. That is your 2025 Stihl Timbersports individual world champion. I don't think he can believe it yet.
Yeah, it very much looks like it. Imagine all that pressure that's falling off you at that very moment.
Yeah, and I don't think...
Voglio ancora una volta un applauso, Jack Jordan!
All right, let's take a look at that again.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wanted it quite as bad as this fella right here, and you can see that in this last race. He just pulls out the consistency here, just nice smooth start, steps right into it so he doesn't get pushed back, a nice thin disc on the second, and just bring it home, nice tight switch, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, he hopped a bit, but then jumped in and, yeah, looked real nice. Braden Meyer knew it as soon as he saw that last cookie drop. He stepped up off of the hot seat and was like, yep, I saw that. And, yeah. But I mean, two absolutely formidable athletes there, those two guys. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, what a tight race.
Yeah. I mean, 1 point separated them more or less the entire evening.
Yep, and then 3/10 decides it all.
That's right, it's 3/10 of a second. The quality of these two athletes is tremendous. That was a brilliant. So let's find out what the world champion has to say.
Okay, here we are with Jack Jordan, the new world champion after the silver medal. That was really tough. A 6:48 by Meyer. It was under your personal best. You had to risk it all. How was your feeling to step into the hot saw discipline?
Yeah, can't quite believe it, to be fair. Leading into that hot saw, I was reasonably confident with the hot saw. I'd been training pretty good with it, but getting up on stage and putting down 3 cuts, that's a different story. Yeah, so pretty happy.
Abbastanza contento, molto contento perché avevo confidenza nella hot saw, però comunque era veramente molto stretta. This is the world title. What does it mean, the world title for you? In that incredible battle with Meyer, because it was so tight until the end.
Yeah, can't quite believe it, to be fair. You know, probably when I first started Timbersports, my 3 worst events were probably my 3 best events today. So I'd just like to thank everyone that's helped me out along the way. Can't name them all, but I really appreciate yous. Yeah, can't believe it.
Non ho parole, è stato un evento incredibile, ci sono stati degli alti e dei bassi, però questa è la sensazione di essere campione del mondo. Your world champion, Jack Jordan!
My 3 worst events were today my 3 best events. That's a statement in itself.
Yeah, that's how you win world titles.
Yep, that is true. And I mean, we talk about it quite often, you know, especially if we go back to looking at the tree, the guys who have been typically not so solid on the tree have been really making strides to get good on that springboard. And, you know, that's just one aspect of the whole thing. And, you know, what a great job today. Dupuis with the fastest time in the hot saw. Jack Jordan, 2nd fastest time. Braden Meyer, 3rd fastest time. And just a slight jump up. And look at that. Simon Grunwald going to be in the bronze medal position on that podium today. So
his 2nd bronze,
very
winning
good
bronze
job.
in team and in the individual world championship. He will be very pleased.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent day for Poland, huh?
Yes, I mean, what a great competition.
Yeah, absolutely. It was unreal.
How did you feel the tension watching it and commentating it
and
instead
I know
of
how
being on
they
stage
feel.
yourself?
Yeah, it's just top notch what we saw there, and I think Jack, what you see is a guy that got 2nd place last year, and maybe took that a little personally, and comes through and works on his hard events, his bad events, and does great. So just top notch all day long, and he's just picking up points, top 3 in everything, I believe. So there's just no weakness there, and yeah, he knows hot saw is important. So said he did some training, and that's what we like to see from those top athletes.
Very impressive performance.
And he got himself a personal best in that performance as well, you know. And I mean, it was nerve-wracking. I mean, I've made a mess of my pen because it was so nerve-wracking. And I was like, it's unbelievable. Like that 1 point between these guys all evening long.
3/10 of a second at the end of the day. Both with a personal
incredible.
best.
I mean, it doesn't get better than this.
No.
And like we said right off the hop here, you could have thrown all the names up in the air and had 3 guys land in a bowl and could have been your champions, but today it is Jack Jordan, and what an incredible performance by the Kiwi.
Yeah, very impressive. And it was impressive by all 3 of those guys today. they were just holding it together. It was a dogfight till the end. Keeps going back and forth. That's what you want to see in these races.
Emil, you have to put him into the mix as well. So those top 4 guys
just
were really killing it today.
Yeah. Just really consistent, and I think that consistency is the importance here, the difference maker that we saw to get those guys up to those spots.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, the consistency of Marcel Dupuy as well. We talked about that right off the get-go. He stayed into it more or less the whole day. I mean, okay, he's got 5th place today, but, you know, he was right there along the lines for a good portion of it. Struggled a little bit in the stock saw, but after that, you know, he stayed more or less on point, and, you know, we saw his hot saw was the fastest of the day.
What about Nate Hodges? That's not going to be his favorite day to remember.
Yeah, absolutely. A big shocker for us Americans here, I'd say. Just little things going wrong all day. And
I was just going to say, from the very beginning all the way to the end.
Yeah, it's a tough race to keep your head in the whole time, and you just see it just slip away, just slowly and slowly.
And he was fighting till the end, but he was...
Yeah, absolutely, and he's good on him for coming back and making that hot saw race. But, you know, some days just don't go as smooth, and with 6 events and so much to think about, you know, those things happen.
Was it, they say some days you're the hammer and some days you're the nail.
Yeah, that's right.
And that brings us to the winners' ceremony. We're going back live to Soran and the stage in Allianz Cloud Milano. We hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the awarding ceremony of the Stihl Timbersports Individual World Championship 2025. Terzo posto e medaglia di bronzo. Third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Poland, Szymon Grunwald. The bronze medal will be presented by Ingrid Jägering, Executive Board Member, Stihl. The bronze medal for Szymon Grunwald. His first medal before the Olympic preparation. Secondo posto e medaglia d'argento. Second place and winner of the silver medal, representing Australia, Bryden Mayer. The silver medal will be presented by Simone Beretta, Area Sales Manager, Liebherr, Italy. World Champion in 2019, Vice World Champion in 2025, Bryden Mayer. Primo posto, campione del mondo e vincitore della medaglia d'oro. First place, world champion and winner of the gold medal of Stihl Timbersports World Championship 2025. Coming from New Zealand, Jack Jordan. The gold medal will be presented by Massimo Gallo, General Manager, Stihl, Italy. silver last year in 2024, gold medal and world champion this year, Jack Jordan. And the trophy will be presented by Michael Traub, chairman of the management board, Stihl. Oh, Jack Jordan! In honor of the winner, please stand up. We will now hear the national anthem of New Zealand. Simon Grunwald, Brian Mayer and Jack Jordan! Un altro grande applauso al nuovo campione del mondo di Stihl Timbersports World Championship 2025, Jack Jordan! And please welcome on stage all the athletes of the Stihl Timbersports Individual World Championship 2025. Thank you to all the athletes, all the crews, to the Stihl family. Thank you to all of you, to the public here in Milano. Fatevi un grande applauso, siete stati fantastici. Milano, grazie! Noi continuiamo con le celebrazioni, tra poco gli highlights di gara sul gondola, sul video wall. We're continuing the celebration.
Guys, I've got a feeling this is going to be a long night here in Milano.
I would say so.
Enjoy yourself?
Yeah, it was a blast. I mean, I love it. Every time there's something different. Every time there's some craziness. But today was particularly wild. It was a fantastic competition, following a fantastic competition yesterday. And I mean, we've seen everything this weekend. It's mad. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, I loved being with you guys here. So that's a good job to have. You guys have been fun. So you made it easy. It's been great. But yeah, what a race to watch, right? You just see Braden take an early lead. You think he's going to start dominating like he knows how to do. And then here comes Jack Jordan, double point events. He says, give me those. And he gets first in both and just brings it all together in the hot saw. It's really impressive.
And let me tell you something, guys. After the World Championship, of course, is before the World Championship.
Yes.
And we're going to be in Stuttgart next year. So don't miss out on that.
Oh, yeah.
Really good memories of Stuttgart.
Like, what a beautiful city.
I have never been in front of this big crowd.
There was going to be 6,500 people in Porsche Arena.
I think everybody's going to be on their game.
Definitely my favorite arena.
Probably going to be unlike anything I've been competing in front of before.
I already have goosebumps.
It's going to be a Halloween individual world championship next year, so that's going to be interesting as well to see what that arena looks like, right?
I'm
what
so
a place
ready
to
for
be.
this.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a beautiful arena, and I'll definitely be looking forward to that one. The atmosphere in there is just unreal.
Yep. home of Stihl, yeah.
Yeah, and talking about beautiful, the highlights of the day coming up right now. So thank you so much for joining us today, and see you very, very soon.
Ciao, everyone. See you.